doing nothing.
Especially the gymnasts.
Oh, my God.
Unless the Chinese gymnasts, because they apparently are 8 years old.
Yeah. Most of these athletes, 4 years from now, they're in the old age home.
Yeah, they're done.
At 22. What happened?
Yeah. Like 4 years, it's a long time, especially if you're a gymnast and you're like 15, 16 years old, just barely getting in there now. Forget about it.
Yeah.
You're 20 years old. You ever see them try to do that? Yeah.
Well, their boobies are a little too big.
Yeah, they got the boobs. And
they've been piling on the LBs.
Womanly hips.
In between Olympics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Childbearing hips now instead of just thin little gymnast hips.
They try to squeeze in their little gymnast outfit.
Oh.
And everyone's looking the other way, like making them believe that the girl's barely fitting in the outfit anymore.
I can see your baby maker. I can see.
Yeah. It was a great Olympics, though.
Was it?
The people who watched.
Apparently a lot of people did. They're like you said, setting a record for viewership.
Why didn't you watch the Olympics, Anthony? You just can't be bothered?
I don't know. I wasn't into it this time around.
But it was like the best one ever. Like Atlanta. When the Olympics hit Atlanta, then you could be, I wasn't really into it.
I don't know.
But this whole Beijing thing was like a huge, like, worldwide spectacle.
I didn't know why it was big.
Well, Michael Phelps won 8.
I know everything about Michael Phelps.
Then Usain Bolt with that.
Yeah.
He got 3 gold medals.
Fast Jamaican guy.
Yeah. Then you got the Redeem Team. They finally redeemed.
The Redeem Team. I'm not really into basketball, so.
No, I know.
That didn't tickle my fancy.
You would be into the Australian basketball team.
Why, what's that?
Oh, they're very white.
I did see them. Yeah, weren't they horrible?
The Australian basketball team, very white. You would be very into them.
Well, that isn't why I don't enjoy the game of basketball. Race doesn't play into my hatred of the game. It's just not exciting. Dunk, 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 whoosh, 2 points. Dunk, 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 whoosh, 2 points. And then before you know it, the score goes into the hundreds.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah. And what happened with Jimmy Page at the closing ceremonies? I had to go to bed. Why didn't they get all of Zeppelin? Were they supposed to get all of Zeppelin and then Robert Plant had one of his attitude attacks and decided that he can't do this because there weren't enough people watching or something?
I didn't hear that story. I just heard it was Page and that Leona Lewis.
Yeah, but think it out, man. You're
yeah.
You're the Beijing Olympics. You're in charge of the closing ceremonies. You don't want Page. You want Zeppelin. So obviously they tried for Zeppelin. They got Page. So what's the story?
Well, there's some controversy, too, about Whole Lotta Love being too heated.
A little too racy.
Yeah. Maybe that's why the Olympics are like irrelevant, because they think that this is too dirty.
Yeah.
Sing a whole lot of love.
Well, a whole lot of love is very dirty.
Well, every inch.
It's all about an orgasm. I mean, that the whole midsection of that song is an orgasm. It's Robert Plant moaning and groaning with juice running down his leg. Well, why just Page? That doesn't sound right. And why isn't Zeppelin touring? They had that nice concert, and everyone was getting excited for like Zeppelin coming back, and then Robert Plant, what? He decided he wanted to play the cello or something? These guys, just stick with what you know. What are you doing? We want to see Zeppelin.
Yeah.
We don't want to see Jimmy Page playing a guitar. I mean, we do, but, you know, you want the Robert Plant accompaniment.
Maybe even they know how disappointing Plant is live. Screw it. People just go like, oh, he doesn't sound like Zeppelin. My God, Jimmy's got his oatmeal with his maple syrup on it, and I swear I thought electronics were burning in here. It smells like a burning, like printed circuit board, like a PC board burning.
Smell it.
It's awful. And I love oatmeal, but that one is just awful.
Good and good for you.
Yeah, is it?
Really sticks to your ribs.
It sure does.
And everything else.
So we say goodbye to the Olympics. Tropic Thunder was #1 at the box office.
Wait, Taekwondo in the Olympics. How great was that? The Cuban they banned for life.
I know.
For life?
Yeah.
Yes, Anthony, yes.
Well, I don't know. A lot of people probably were driving going, for life, the same time I did. I'm the voice of people that didn't watch.
At this point, I think you're not even like going to news sites anymore.
What?
That Cuban Taekwondo thing was huge. That was on the front page of every news
Just
website.
Because I don't know what happened in the Olympics doesn't mean I don't go to news sites.
This transcended everything, my friend.
It didn't transcend
everything.
Joseph Biden being Obama's pick.
Well, that
That I know about. I don't know about some crappy Olympic Cuban banned for life guy.
Well, you know about the Biden thing because he texted you personally to tell you that he picked Joseph Biden.
Yes.
No, the Taekwondo guy. What was the story? He didn't win the medal, or
he swept the leg, right? I knew it.
No, he got
listen
hurt,
to Sensei,
and he went down for his little like a timeout.
Right.
He exceeded the allotted time, and the referee DQ'd him, called him out.
So he got up and knocked out the ref basically with a kick.
He kicked him in the face.
He's banned for life.
Oh, jeez.
Angel Valoria Mejos kicked the referee right in the face.
His name is Mel. Because Sosa says so.
I think it's a good move on his part because now I think everybody wants to see this guy do a little taekwondo. No one knew who he was before the big kick to the referee's skull.
Oh, he'll probably end up in
he'll be
MMA.
He'll be in a basement or something fighting.
Is there a clip of that?
No, because the NBC, in this day and age, pretty amazing. You can't get an Olympic clip on YouTube. It's impossible. They must have someone just watching that.
Yeah.
They must have a team of people watching
just
YouTube. Just
exclusively watching YouTube.
Yeah, because I've only seen the still photo of the Cuban knocking out the ref. So I went to YouTube, and there's a million versions of it. 5 stars, so you know it's the video. You click on it, nothing. They're able to get rid of everything as soon as it goes up there because they want you to buy the DVD now.
I saw a version. I Googled try Cuban kicks referee. Again, maybe
you saw it.
Yeah, one of them came up gone, and one of them, the next one Googled came up and on YouTube, and I was able to see
a still picture of it?
Yes.
Yeah. Holy mother of God! Yeah. Look how high his leg is.
Yeah, this guy was not happy.
Wow.
This guy was not happy.
You see it from a little farther away, though. On the video clip, you can't see. It's not that close. And you just, all of a sudden, he just kicks the guy in the face because he was disqualified. And then he pushed another official.
Wow.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
Not quite the discipline you're supposed to have with
No, it's not on YouTube, Danny. Those are the ones I checked, and they're already gone, see? They are not on YouTube, man. All right, whatever. So that's going on. But, yeah, the Joseph Biden thing, we said it on this show. I mean, a lot of people think we're just goofy shock jocks, but we all said Obama needs old white guy. Even Stunt Brain, who studies this stuff, we beat him, too, because he's like, no way is it going to be Biden. We're like, it's going to be an old white guy, so it most likely could be Biden.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be some chick.
Yeah, I thought, well, after Biden said no, and I even said if he took Biden, he gets the foreign policy experience, but Biden kept saying, I'm not the guy, I'm not the guy.
Yeah, he lied.
Yeah, he's a liar.
He lied to the American people.
He's a big fat liar.
He was asked, and he said, no one's talked to me about it. I don't know. No, it's not going to be me.
Yeah.
And then there he is.
Yeah.
Hello. Hugging Mrs. Obama on stage. How uncomfortable did that look?
Well, it looks like
staged.
It looked like a swingers convention because they were both hugging the other one's wife.
The other one's wives.
That was pretty hot, baby. Yeah. Let's get to know each other a little bit.
Yeah.
Before Denver, come on.
A little cream in your coffee there, baby. They were really like, it was this fake love fest on stage. Looked so forced.
He picked me? What? What? By the way, we got to go.
Second fiddle to it. How the hell does that happen? What?
We have to go back in time. This was a mere week or so ago.
Get the DeLorean.
Our own Stunt Brain. This is what he had to say about who Obama was going to pick.
All right.
Remember, about a week ago.
But Obama will announce before Saturday, and McCain said he's going to do it on his birthday.
Stunt Brain is such a bore that he studies this stuff.
I love it.
Who do you think?
I think Obama is going to go with, I still think it's Catherine Sebelius, the governor of Kansas.
That is...
What? Obama's going to what?
Catherine Sebelius, the governor of Kansas.
You're insane, Stunt Brain. I know you're a smart man, but if you're going to go broad, you got to go Hillary.
I was taking a chance. Hey, punditry does not pay, and that's proof.
You went for the long shot.
I did.
And oof.
By the way, she was on TV for maybe 2 seconds as a possibility.
Yeah.
They're like, and maybe this broad. And that was it. It was like, quick, boom. And then they went back to Biden and the real, like, favorites.
You bet on the horse that ended up with the tent over it.
Yeah. And then Stunt Brain continued with this.
When is Barack announcing his VP? Today? They're saying it might be Biden.
No, Biden seems to have dropped out of the running.
Biden scares me.
Biden would have been a good pick for his foreign policy experience, but he's too far out there for the rest of it.
Yeah, well.
Oh, good call, Kreskin.
Right on that one.
You said Sebelius, you're like, yeah, because he wants the Midwest. Yeah, that'll win the heartland over a black guy and a white woman.
Yeah.
That's the ticket.
Black guy and a white woman's always done good down south. You looking at her, boy?
Obama made a good choice. Who else was out there? Who else was out there in the old white guy category?
True.
Hillary.
Yeah.
And they're saying Ted Kennedy's checking out. Could be weeks at this point.
What do you mean checking out?
Checking out.
Checking out from the planet.
Checking out from the planet.
That's it. That bad, huh?
They should make him talk at the convention.
Oh, God.
This dumb convention that Stunt Brain was teaching me this morning that we don't need to do conventions anymore.
And this is a gigantic waste of time. We could do this in an afternoon on the Internet and not heat up the planet for 4 days.
But then how are all these guys going to get their prostitutes?
No, that's a good point.
That's true.
Last time they had a convention, we did all the stories, and the prostitution was way up.
Yeah.
In that city, the last, whatever city they had it in last time, I don't remember.
The conventions are very big.
So Denver's like a big prostitute gathering, too?
Well, a lot of these guys will be getting prostitutes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to name names. I don't feel like getting sued today, but it's a known fact that the business goes up.
Wow.
Yeah. Sure. All those guys in town. Forget about it.
50,000 people. Waste of time. And every network's going to cover it for the next 5 days.
And that's the dumb thing where they go, the great state of blah, 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 known for textiles.
Known for its multi-grain pasta. What?
We cast our vote. Oh, God.
We cast all 22 of our delegates to Barack Obama and Joseph Biden.
Yeah. The great state. That's like they should be wearing those big stovepipe hat stuff. That's how old that custom is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a rah-rah, let's kiss each other's
Yeah.
and let's each other, and let's give each other a rusty trombone. Let's just really just have a good time.
They're talking about flying Ted Kennedy in for his farewell convention.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
So
But he was okay. Get the thing removed.
No.
You're kidding?
No, it's growing and growing fast.
He's in there. His head's huge.
That National Enquirer that usually gets those stories. Is it National Enquirer? What's on my desk? Oh, there was the Globe.
Globe.
They're saying a couple weeks to live. And those papers like the National Enquirer and the Globe, they're pretty accurate
Pretty
these
good.
days.
Yeah.
All right, and then you got this. Obama and Biden misspeak during their first speech.
Aw.
So they're not on they're not on the same page yet.
Not in
They're
sync.
a little rusty. This is what Barack announces Biden as the next president.
We will restore that fair shot at your dreams that is at the core of who Joe Biden is and I am and what America is as a nation. So let me introduce to you the next president, the next vice president of the United States of America, Joe Biden.
I'm sure according to some guy in the South right now cleaning certain pieces of hardware, he is the next president.
Wow.
Yikes.
And then Biden calls Obama.
He pretty much put himself in a very, very awkward position because I think there are some extremists in this country that might enjoy a white guy in there, an older white guy in there than Obama. And, as far as some lunatics and extremists see it, there's only one way to do that. So I don't know. I think the Secret Service is going to have to be on their toes with this one.
Oh, this guy is going to be the most protected president in the history of presidents.
Because if you think a police beating caught on tape riles people up, hoofa, oh man, that would cause some problems.
Yeah. And then Biden calls Obama Barack America.
My friends, I don't have to tell you, this election year the choice is clear. One man stands ready to deliver change we desperately need. A man I'm proud to call my friend. A man who will be the next president of the United States, Barack America.
Oh, he's misspeaking and everything.
Barack America. What's his name? I can't even say it.
How old is
it?
Biden?
Barack America.
Barack America.
He's only 62?
I think he's a little older, doesn't he?
Come on. He's got to be older than 62.
Did he have a brain tumor?
He had an aneurysm. He's been in office for 30 years in Delaware. He was sworn in right after his wife and kid were in a horrible car wreck. He was actually at his kid's hospital bed after the wife died. And so he's been a senator forever, for 30-some years in Delaware. And they say part of the pick is he'll bring in the Keystone State.
Yes.
He'll bring Pennsylvania to the table.
And the working class.
Yeah.
Sure.
Apparently his net worth is like between $100,000 and $150,000. So
really?
He's like not one of these rich guys. And yeah, he's just pretty much dedicated himself to civil service, helping people.
Did he do a savings account? I mean, 30 years as a senator, if you're like going on speaking engagements, I mean, you don't pocket a little something for yourself?
I'm sure he's
I don't
got
think he's
something
been doing that.
Hidden somewhere.
That's just it. He hasn't been doing speaking engagements or books or anything like that. He just kind of goes to his job, draws his salary, and that's it.
Wow.
Maybe he's stupid. You know? Cash in.
Oh, of course he's stupid. Barack America.
Barack America.
Well, we'll see who McCain picks. It's probably going to be Mitt Romney.
I'm thinking.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Is that official?
Oh, no.
Is this the curse of death? Yeah, I believe it's Mitt Romney.
Joe Biden is 65. No, it's weird. It's like when you run for the presidency, it's at a time in your life when everyone else starts thinking of retiring and moving to Florida, and that's when they go for their biggest gig.
You notice they're starting to get a little dodgy?
Yeah, it just doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
That these guys in their 60s, and what's McCain now, 70?
Yeah.
72 on Friday.
72, and now he's going for the biggest gig of his life at 72 years old. That just seems really just bizarre. We really need just a young president.
So
Whether
you're
it's
voting for Barack.
I don't really give a crap
Barack
either way
America.
at this point, but we do need like to just get the youth involved in this whole thing.
We need change that will.
All right, we're just getting started. It's a Monday. Opie and Anthony, phones are lit. We'll go to the phones next. See what you're talking about. Is it the Biden thing? Is it the Olympics? Who knows? We'll find out in a few. 877-212-O&A. Usually we don't pay attention to birthdays, but you got a bunch of big ones today.
Do we?
Regis Philbin, 77. Sean Connery, 78.
That old.
Gene Simmons, 59.
Padding.
And Robert Halford, 57 years old today.
57.
For the Half.
Old queen.
He's not a queen.
Well, he's definitely a top.
Oh, man. He's the furthest from a queen.
The leather-clad top.
And then 33 years ago today, anybody want to try?
Let me think.
33 years ago today, anybody?
2008, 98.
I guess we're never going to fix that, huh?
90, 70, 60. What? How many?
33 years ago today.
All right, that's 2008.
75?
98.
1975, right.
75.
What happened in 1975 on this day?
Wait, today's August. Oh.
1975.
75?
Jimmy, come on.
What? Yeah, I do know.
What?
Ed Koch announced that he wanted to be mayor.
Oh,
wow.
No.
Wrong.
I made that up.
75.
Nixon resigned. World War II ended. Gay marriage was approved in New Jersey.
Think music, my friends.
Oh.
Think
Oh.
music. Yeah, I should have said at least think music.
Covers of Time and Newsweek were the same.
Lenin predicted he'd be shot in 5 years.
Oh.
Born to Run, released 33 years ago today.
Jesus. Who cares?
Well, freaking Roland cares.
Roland would.
Roland absolutely cares. The Boss Man, Born to Run, 33 years ago today.
What a guy.
877-212-0&A. Jimmy, there's something was pissing you off as you read the paper this morning.
Well, it's my new. It's the new Monday morning Jim Norton segment on the Opie and Anthony show. It's called Outrage.
Oh.
No, it's just this douche. This guy who killed. He was driving his Bentley, and he hit and run some guy. And the guy he hit was drunk, walking.
Yeah.
And the guy driving the Bentley, I don't think was. But he hits this guy, he kills him, and he leaves the scene of an accident. And he finally turns himself in, and he gets 5 years probation. Because again, I don't think he was drunk driving. But now he's suing the city because he's saying the Bentley wasn't in the shape that it was in when the police impounded it for hit and run, killing a guy. He's suing them for like $190,000.
A big dent and blood on it.
He's such a douche. I think I love this guy. What balls?
But even if you're right, like even if you did just hit the guy in the shin and he cracked his head in the curb and died, and maybe the cops did dent the car up, you didn't get jail time for a hit and run where a guy died.
Yeah. Suck it up.
Take the hit.
Take the hit and get your car fixed yourself.
Take the hit, get the car fixed. Now you're in the paper. Everybody knows you hit and run, killed a guy.
Yeah. They will screw things up when they impound your car like that. Oh, they'll hook it up. They don't care what they hook it up to. Your headlights. They'll hook it up to the wires under your hood and drag it.
The NYPD doesn't play, man.
No.
God bless those guys. The angle's a little too high, so the back bumper's just sparking all the way to the...
Scraping. I've seen them towing cars where you're just like, oh, that guy's going to be mad.
Yeah.
Well, this is what a douche the guy comes off like. His response was, oh, God, where is it? He said, I should probably not be doing this on the radio.
It's okay.
It's Monday.
I'm talking.
Oh, just the whole talking part. Oh.
I had it circled. I don't know what I'd do with it. No. Oh, here it goes. It accuses the NYPD of failure to properly care for vehicles and, in quotes, particularly those which require special care and treatment due to value, style, and model.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be hitting people with it.
Kill some guy, and that's what he's worried about. What a tool.
I'm going to drive the Ford GT in today.
Vroom, vroom.
And, wow. I was like, this car goes really fast.
And you want to make it faster, right?
Well, no, I drove the Ford GT, the car club car.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that one is just ridiculous. So, on the expressway a couple of times, passing, looked down and noticed, 3 digits.
Nice.
3 digits on the Speedo.
This morning or all weekend long?
This morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, driving it home on Friday was nice. Not taking it out of first gear the entire way home. It was just first gear because the traffic on the expressway. I was just like, God damn, is this annoying?
You were annoyed?
Yeah, that's the car right there.
That's what you were driving around?
Yeah.
Put that up on ONARadio.com.
If you find a blue one with white stripes. That's,
oh, really?
Yeah, that's a red one. It's a blue one I had.
Yeah, it made you blend in with all the traffic, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. You can't really pick that one out.
How much is that car worth, you think?
Maybe $20,000, $30,000.
I honestly don't know.
That'll cost you a couple thousand, couple $100,000.
Couple $100,000 for that car? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that new? Like a new
Depends.
model?
No, they stopped making them a couple of years back. But wow.
Why did they stop making it?
I don't think it's a big seller. You know? I think a lot of people are going, yeah, let me get that for my kid.
Gas prices.
Get that for the wife and kids.
Gas prices are so outrageous. Let's get a Ford GT on top of it.
Oh, I'll tell you, when you're racing that thing around, the gas just sucks down.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, I paid $3.60 on the way home from Jersey last night. Gas is going down again?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who would think that paying $3.60 a gallon would make you happy?
You're like, wow, that's good.
I thought it was a typo on the pump. I'm like, $3.60.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was $3.58. Of course it's going to go down just in time for the election, these scums. Who else is buying this crap?
It's so typical.
We're all just a bunch of puppets, and they're like, oh, okay.
And that's exactly what they do.
It's get everyone happy just in time to vote Republican. And then some war thing's going to happen, too, right around October, or I would say mid-October, some little war thing.
And that way candidates will be able to say, you need a president that's experienced in this.
That knows how to handle this type of thing.
Yeah, we are.
Not this Biden guy. Hello.
Would it be funny if that was like if Bloomberg or some politician was so out of touch, this is their answer for like the rising gas prices. If they have no concept of like what other Americans made, they're like, just buy a Ford GT.
Yes.
You can drive faster.
Yeah. You'll get there quicker. Well, that's what I say.
Speaking of Bloomberg being out of touch, I don't even think we talked about this. It was early last week. He decided that we needed windmills on all the buildings here in New York City.
Yeah, and the bridges.
And I think it's a noble idea, But it looks like a lot of hardcore like politicians and stuff kind of laughed at him, and he kind of dropped his whole windmill platform immediately. That thing was in and out of the paper within like 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then John Montone was on the streets of New York, and everyone's like, but New York's not the Windy City, Chicago is. Chicago's the Windy City, not New York. Like,
it doesn't have to be the Windy City. Right. It could be a windy city. Yeah. I know there's certain times of the year that you get quite gusty winds.
It's actually a great idea, but you know, this city's so old school. Like, we don't like change.
No, windmills.
This city changes very, very, very slowly. Very slowly.
And I like how we had to go back to a technology they used like, I don't know, thousands of years ago. Windmills. Mm-hmm. The hell is this? Waterworld? Come on. What?
The solution for the energy crisis. It's a bunch of Amish women, like, churning.
Churn your own butter. Go green.
He's starting to annoy me, Bloomberg. He did this thing. I was in a cab going downtown, and there are a lot of Herald Square here in Manhattan, which is where Macy's is.
That's where the Thanksgiving Day parade ends for the people around the country. Sure.
It's a very famous, it's like 34th Street and Broadway right around there. It's a very famous little corner. It stinks. It's all pedestrians. And what Bloomberg has done is going downtown, he has removed southbound lanes and put in bike lanes, which is fine because a lot of people are on bikes now. But then he's taken another lane out and he's putting these giant potted plants in. And then you see like cafe people sitting there sipping their cappuccinos around little tables that are set up where the street used to be.
That is just... we're trying to drive in this city. Could you leave the lanes there?
They don't want you driving in the city.
He's choking off lanes. His little traffic plan didn't go through where he wanted to charge people to come into Midtown. So now he's doing the next best thing, he thinks, is to take a bunch of lanes away so people go, screw it, I'm taking the bus or the subway or the Long Island Railroad or PATH or something.
He's making traffic worse on purpose, and it's really irritating. It's like, he's stupid. You don't have to do that to make a living. You know, everyone's not a billionaire. And he's like, well, I take the subway. So, yeah, well, you happen to have state troopers with you. A lot of people aren't comfortable taking the subway at all hours of the night.
Yeah.
And if he needed to get through traffic, he would be able to have an escort take him through traffic.
Yeah.
It's really irritating.
Yeah, he's got a motorcade.
They're talking of changing the rules so he could have a third term, my friends, here in New York City.
They tried doing that with Rudy.
And Louis C.K., not Louis C.K., Louis Black said that he should be our next president, this Bloomberg.
Really?
He thinks Bloomberg would be a great choice for the presidency.
They're both Jewish.
Yeah, let's say hi to Matt on Long Island. I think he saw you. Matt, what's up?
Hey, guys, how's it going? Yeah, I saw that Chickadee Anthony fly past me this morning.
Oh, yeah?
He was right by the Queens Boulevard and the BQE. I just saw a Ford GT. I was in like 8, and he flew past me. I was standing still. And
yeah.
How many Ford GTs could there be?
Yeah, that's where it opens up, kind of. You get a little traffic there before the BQE on the expressway, and then after the BQE, it opens up real nice. So I think I went around the right and goosed it.
Yeah, you passed. You right on the right lane. I was in the middle lane behind the stupid truck.
Yeah, I think I was doing like 110 at that point.
Wow.
It was really insanity.
Wow. All right, thank you, Matt. Let's say hi to Steve in Vegas. Steve, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, I'm wondering here, over the weekend here in Las Vegas, we had a plane crash into a house.
Yeah.
And 2 people died, the pilot died, and I want to know if that is unlucky lottery or if that is just sucks to be you.
The people in the house died?
2 people in the house, yeah.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding?
You're just in your house, hanging out, and a plane comes through your roof.
Watching the Olympics.
That's lovely, right? Yeah, maybe watching the Olympics.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you're on fire.
Yeah, that's it. Gone. Plane crashes through your roof. Unlucky lottery or sucks to be you. I don't know. A lot of planes come down. They hit houses. So
we started the unlucky lottery / sucks to be you bit, and we really don't know.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty much the same
I'm
thing.
thinking sucks to be you.
Yeah.
Unlucky lottery, things have to happen that are really rare. Like unlucky lottery, I always say if there's a boulder sitting on top of a hill with a road next to it, and you know that boulder has been there for a million years, and
dinosaurs walked by it.
Dinosaurs saw that rock.
Yeah.
And the second your car drives past it, somehow it picks that time to roll down the hill and crush your car. That is unlucky lottery. Sucks to be you is when something happens. It doesn't necessarily have to be out of the ordinary. It just sucks that it happened to you. So, I don't know, planes crash all the time. They crash into houses. So I don't think it's so much unlucky lottery as sucks to be you.
There were a lot of little plane crashes over the weekend. You had the one crashing into the Little League field, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was just trying to find an airport and found a field instead.
Yeah, found a Little League field. That's a short runway.
I think the guy survived the crash, though, right?
Yeah.
He's in bad shape. And then I just read just before he went on the air, Bare Naked Ladies dude was in a plane crash and walked out of the woods with 3 of his buddies. But I think he was in one of those weird planes.
What's a weird plane?
I don't know, where like it comes in a FedEx box and you build it yourself, one of those.
Like John Denver tried to do?
Yeah, one of those.
Good
Maybe,
one.
Could you get the info on the Bare Naked Ladies, dude?
The experimental planes?
Yeah. The guy's all right for anyone who likes the Bare Naked Ladies. I don't know why we still say Bare Naked Ladies in the year 2008. They never made it in the States. They're huge in Canada, I guess. I think they're one of those bands, they sell out like stadiums in Canada, but here they can't sell out a tiny little bar. What do you got there, Stunt Brain?
I have Mr. Robertson of the Bare Naked Ladies. Ed Robertson and 3 others survived a float plane crash in Bancroft, which I guess is in Canada, near Baptiste Lake, 10 minutes north of Bancroft. The Cessna was taking off, lost speed, and entered a wooded area. And I guess they luckily he must have put it like in a tree branch or something. I've seen people do that.
Are you all right?
Why?
You feeling the stress of the Opie and Anthony show? You used to dress really nice, and I noticed you're down to a T-shirt.
It's hot in here. I have a shirt over there.
A T-shirt.
Today you look like Perry's father in The Wanderers.
And your hair's askew. Are you all right?
Why don't you get your mom a little something?
There you go.
Are you feeling the pressure or something?
No, I was just feeling warm in here today. There you go. Better?
There it is.
All of a sudden, I look over. He's got a white T-shirt on with spaghetti stains on it. I'm like, what happened to Stunt Brain?
Come in with the wife beater on.
Yeah, right.
Sloppy.
Stunt LaMotta.
Here, I'm sorry. I was.
But Bare Naked Ladies dude just walked out of the crash.
Yeah, they apparently all of them walked out of the woods. Okay, kind of freaky though.
Well, some of those light planes, they kind of land on the treetops, and you got to kind of climb your way down.
Yeah.
Just off.
God damn it.
Oh,
Can I tell you why that band never made it? Because you think they're women.
Bare Naked Ladies.
I really honestly always thought they were women, and then you hear that
Bare
it's
Naked
guys.
Ladies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
sounds like
think
it's a chick band.
Chicks.
I think they played for us back in the day. That's how unforgettable they are. I don't even know for sure.
How unmemorable, you mean?
Right.
They're unforgettable.
Yeah. Unforgettable. You're right. Yeah, exactly. 877-212-O&A. We got a great story about a prostitute. A one-legged prostitute dies.
Prostitute?
After client hits her on the head, and she falls out of her wheelchair, hitting her skull against the wall.
This is a prostitute?
One-legged prostitute dies after client hits her on the head, and she falls out of her wheelchair.
Saw a whore over there by the parking garage this morning.
Really?
Yeah, you know by the Red Eye, they got that little bus stop right there, the glass bus stop.
Yeah.
She was just walking back and forth on the cell phone with barely wearing anything, just hooker clothes with the skirt. You know, you could see stuff.
That's so a cop.
Yeah.
That
You think
is
it's
so
a cop? I don't know.
There's hookers around. I know where he means. That's an area where...
Yeah.
They got some hookers in that area, Jimmy?
They used to up on 6th Avenue, and that's on 7th.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's where they dress, because there's always big hotels around.
Yeah. There's a lot of hotels there, and wearing the heels, real leggy. She didn't look that bad for a whore. You know? That wasn't too shabby. And blonde hair.
Very nice.
Very nice. Yes. My sister.
I haven't seen a hooker in a long time.
Yeah, I know. I was a little surprised. I like the way sleaziness and crime is working its way back into the major cities. And
Well, that's
here
what
in New
happens
York.
with the economy. You know?
Yeah.
A lot of these people are McDonald's or fast food workers. Next thing you know, the economy, S's the bed, and they're knocking you over the head with bricks and stuff.
They're on the street.
That's what happens with this economy thing. New York prostitute with one leg dies after being knocked from wheelchair. New York police said Friday a prostitute with only one leg was murdered in Brooklyn after a client hit her on the head and she fell out of her wheelchair, hitting her skull against the wall.
Oh.
What? Where did this girl's life go wrong?
Hope he hit her with a Beatles anthology.
Elizabeth, 38, was found unconscious in a 13th floor hallway of the apartment building where she lived. She She wore a prosthetic leg, but also used a wheelchair after losing her leg in a train accident. The prostitute had 67 previous arrests for prostitution and drug charges.
She's not very good.
Investigators are looking for a suspect who they believe was a client who hit Elizabeth over the head with a heavy object. What did she do wrong that she had to take a belt to the head?
67 arrests. Jesus.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like, how is she getting busted in the act of being a prostitute? Like, in a wheelchair? Don't you go into an alley?
Yeah,
Where are you doing this? That you're constantly getting arrested? After 60 times, wouldn't you go, maybe it's time to switch the M.O.?
Yeah.
You idiot.
Guys just got to hold on to the wheelchair and make it go forward and backwards.
Unbelievable. Let's say, I don't know who this person is. Hello, you. How are you? Hello?
Yellow.
Hey, Ant.
Yellow, sir.
Yeah, I was wondering, any chance you're going to get the opportunity to drive the 1,000 horsepower, 16-cylinder Bugatti Veyron?
Oh, yes, I own one.
No, you don't own one, but
of course I don't.
Car Club.
What are those?
They're very fast cars.
It tops out at 253 mile an hour, but you'll never get the second key to do that.
And it's very ugly. It's not a pretty-looking car.
The Bugatti?
Have you ever seen a vehicle, if you do the YouTube search, you can watch them, and I've never seen a vehicle where the speedometer constantly goes fast. I mean, it just keeps going up and up and up, and it's quite impressive.
Do they have Bugattis in your car club, Ant?
No Bugatti.
Or they would have probably just one, right?
Yeah, and I don't know who they'd give that out to.
A Bugatti. Is that what they call it when a bunch of those cars are driven onto a girl's face?
No, that's
okay.
something else.
Stephen S. from Bayshore, getting back to that hooker story, did the headline read, Stump, Clump, Thump? So, there you have it.
There you have it indeed.
The Bugatti.
Who makes that?
Bugatti.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a dumb-looking little car.
$1 million.
It looks like a little car kind of half in the shell of another car.
Yeah, it's not a nice-looking car, but I guess if you want to drive real fast, that's the car.
It's a car that looks like it's in the middle of shedding.
Yeah.
Shedding its skin. And the new
turning
car
into
is
a
about
Prius.
to pop out. Right. Speaking of Prius, Steve is sick again.
What?
This guy is sick a lot.
Oh,
Steve.
boy, that's not good.
This Steve guy is sick a lot.
Is he wearing a robe?
I don't know. He had cold sweats and all sorts of crap going on.
Yes.
Is he all right?
Who knows?
Poor Steve.
All the supplements he's taking. You got to stay away from those supplements.
Supplements.
Very dangerous crap. It's not FDA approved, most of that crap. And people, whatever.
I bet after he gets this special belt all weekend, Mondays make it difficult. That's all it is. I can't sit.
Yeah. It's very hard to sit. I need a little tube, a little inner tube from a wheelbarrow to sit on. I have a lot of discomfort Monday morning. Just all day sitting on his little inner tube. The hole in the middle is soothing.
His girl's coming around more often, and we still go down this road with poor Steve.
Every time.
She pokes her head into the show from time to time, and here we are, still convinced that he's doing some other things.
Yeah, you never know.
All right, we're going to go to the FU line as we go to break here. 877-212-0-A. Phones are good so far. We'll continue with the phones after the break.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 6 new voice messages. First voice message.
I want to give a big FU to my ex-effing girlfriend that decided at the bar when I met with my new girlfriend to come up to me and start talking to me and start you.
Next message.
Hey, this you goes out to Brad. Quit staring at me in the gym, you homo. Go choke on a
Next message.
This you goes out to the that were in front of me on the road who don't know how to read a sign when it says no turn on red when pedestrians are present. Thanks for killing my time. You.
Next message.
I'd like to leave a big yous, Dave. God damn it, get to work and quit having me do everything. Quit in the bathroom all day. Do something. You.
Next message.
I want to give a big you to the people that I work with. They all suck, and they just make me angry. Blah.
Next message.
You to the construction company that shut down Interstate 57 south of Mount Vernon, Illinois for bridge construction. You could have put a sign up the road, told us what was going on, and I wouldn't have been 30 minutes late for work. You dumb.
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.
Wake the F up. Now!
Rock.
Right.
Oh.
What happened?
Second Oz in bed in a row. I love it.
Here it comes. No. Damn.
Where does it kick in? Right here, Jimmy?
People?
No.
Oh.
Damn.
Got to be this time. Edit, Jimmy.
People listen.
No.
You're listening to Opie and Anthony, and we greatly appreciate that. Talking about a lot of things today. This is David Blaine. If you're a fan of the show, you know we're not fans of David Blaine.
He's quite a tool.
His street magic stuff is really cool. It really is. Although I think a lot of that stuff is set up too.
I think it's fake.
But he just announced his next stunt for everybody. Because he's great, and we need someone like him in our lives to entertain us. What were some of the stunts he did in the past? That were just amazing.
Oh, my goodness. When he was frozen in a block of ice.
Yeah.
He was in the globe full of water.
Yeah.
Stood up.
What?
He stood on a stand in Bryant Park for like 5 days.
Yes,
on
a
a platform.
Yeah.
Little platform. He stood there.
Let's not forget the glass box over, where was it, London?
Trump, well, he was in Trump, buried alive, remember?
Ah, yeah, but
Buried alive.
See, we suck in America. In London, he does the glass box above, what, the Thames River or something? The Thames, right. And the London people were not going to have this, and they started throwing all sorts,
throwing things at him and shooting paintballs at it.
Food and paintballs. They're like, they acknowledge that this guy's a hack.
Yeah.
But in America, we're like, oh my God, you hear what David Blaine's going to do next? And I was walking with Roland after the show Friday, and we were talking about David Blaine because I think he's trying to get him for the show. And I'm like, this guy, all he's doing, and maybe Stuntbrain could help me, is morning zoo bits.
Like any intern.
Yeah, not even a joke. Like
guy, yeah.
in the late 80s, maybe early 90s, mid to late 80s definitely, these bits were offered to morning zoos.
Oh, yeah, buried alive.
There was a company that would come in, and they would bury your morning show for a week at a car dealership, and it was the big, I can't believe we're going to be buried alive Friday. And then frozen in a block of ice, that used to be an old morning zoo bit. I'm telling you, all he's doing is recycling old morning zoo bits.
Great.
That's kind of scary, but you're absolutely right.
I would love to find that company. I forgot their name, but they would come in and do the big morning zoo bit for you for your town. And they were burying morning shows and putting them in blocks of ice and all this stuff. And that's all David Blaine's doing. But now his latest stunt. What? Ready for this, Jimmy?
It's got to be a biggie.
This is a biggie. Absolutely. He's going to hang upside down in Central Park.
Ooh.
Not 1, not 2, but 3 days.
Why doesn't he just do it in his house? Why does he have to do it in the park?
So we could all watch and go, wow, look how great he is. So we could admire him because he does stuff we can't do, Jimmy.
People do like to gather around his events for some reason.
Yeah.
And I think he knows that.
Yeah.
And, pumps it up and does it in public places.
Well, we say this every time he announces his next stunt. How does he get the permits? Like Jimmy was saying during the break, but we say this every time. How does he get the permits to do this crap?
We can't get permits for anything.
We can't get a venue in Boston to perform the Traveling Virus show at within 40 miles of the city.
Yeah.
He's hanging naked by his scrotum all over the... How?
Yeah. Well, it'd be something if he did it naked. Yeah. You know.
And what is this supposed to do, hanging upside down?
What do any?
I mean, it sounds like it sucks.
What do any of his stunts have it? Like, remember when he was in the Big Fish Bowl?
Yeah, but that was in, was he in water?
He was in water with a breathing apparatus. And then at the end of it, he tries to set the record for, like...
For holding his breath.
Holding his breath.
Okay, see, at least that's something.
It was a complete failure.
That sucks, too.
Well, I guess...
But it's something. Like, and then the block of ice is a block of ice, so it's cold, but it's not really.
I guess hanging upside down, though, like the blood flow to your brain, blah, 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 could cause blah, blah, blah. They'll have the medical experts, blah, blah, blah.
You should have it where he's hanging upside down, but if he just hangs there, his head is underwater. So he's got to constantly keep, like, up at an angle and keep his head up above the water. Now, that's a trick.
Oh, and then he's going to need a chiropractor at the end.
Yeah, he's going to be a little bent up.
See, there he is.
Hunchback.
There he is in a fishbowl with scuba gear on. That's just wonderful. I mean, it looks nice and all, but what is he doing? What does that accomplish?
Yeah, people walk by. I think, like, the mayor constantly is blurting out how much money is being brought into the city by events. Mm-hmm. Stupid things like this, like the stupid waterfalls that they set up. And he's like, this will bring in $600 million to the city. I'm like, how does that happen? How could you figure that out?
The waterfall thing was such a bust, too, because we said it looks like a what?
A sewage treatment plant.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
It's just awful. And the one under the Brooklyn Bridge is like wrecking trees.
Yeah.
On the Brooklyn side.
Yeah, the salt water was blowing in the breeze and hitting the trees and killing them. Didn't work out too well.
No.
But how does David Blaine being in the city get revenue to the city? People just going like, gotta go to New York, honey. David Blaine's going to be in a hanging upside down. Like, what? I can't imagine anyone would come to New York specifically for that.
There's such boring tricks. I don't get it. I don't get why he's allowed to do it. I don't get why we, will march by and go, oh, we got to check him out. He's hanging upside down this time.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
Me and Voss years ago did go back by Trump, his little complex like on the 60s on the west side. And we did see him when he was down under the water underground, just to look at it.
Yeah, but wasn't that like a glass top, and you could just see him under? That's easy.
It's like you're looking.
That's morning show stuff. I'm telling you.
You're looking through a glass top, and you're like looking. It's almost like looking into a well.
Right.
And he's laying down there, but it was like.
Well, what is that?
I don't know. It was silly.
It's dumb.
There's a guy down there.
Anyone could do that.
Look at that.
He's sleeping, and we're looking at him like idiots, smoking.
Just drop a deuce on top of him.
Yes. How great would that be? Because then the security guy would have to kick it off.
It would smear.
Yeah. Some Windex and hanky.
All right. We got Obama picking Biden, and McCain's already running the political ads.
Oh, yeah.
Making fun of the fact. Because a lot of people thought he should have picked Hillary. And McCain is saying, well, he didn't pick Hillary for a couple of reasons here.
Mm-hmm.
And now they got ads running. Listen to this.
She won millions of votes, but isn't on his ticket. Why? For speaking the truth. On his plans.
You never hear the specifics.
On the Resco scandal.
We still don't have a lot of answers about Senator Obama.
On his attacks.
Senator Obama's campaign has become increasingly negative.
The truth hurt, and Obama didn't like it.
I'm John McCain, and I approve this message.
I'm John McCain, and boy, did I approve this message. You could tell it was taken, every one of those clips was taken so out of context. Even if she did mean it, like I'm sure there was some kind of preface and then, some kind of thing after she said that doesn't make it sound as bad. They just clip him out, put him in, I approve this, attack him.
And that whole John, I approve of this message. He recorded that.
Barack Obama
months ago, if not a year ago.
I approve this message. I'm John McCain,
and I certainly approve this message.
And I believe he's a.
Why doesn't Obama just do the exact same thing when McCain announces? Just pick someone he didn't have on the ticket.
He will.
So silly.
Yeah.
They just go after each other. It's a joke, this whole process.
Yeah, the Democrats all had to sit there and debate each other. So, of course, they're not going to agree. They're going to bash the other guy. And then you use those in an ad.
And then we got this one.
What does Barack Obama's running mate say about Barack Obama?
You were asked, is he ready? You said, I think he can be ready, but right now I don't believe he is. The presidency is not something that lends itself to on-the-job training.
I think that I stand by the statement.
And what does he say about John McCain?
I would be honored to run with or against John McCain because I think the country would be better off.
Wow.
I'm John McCain, and I approve this message.
Of course you do.
That's what Biden said?
That's Biden.
Oh.
Yikes. Biden is a guy who's out for Biden.
Oh, wow.
God, they just... Wow. What a joke the primaries are. Like, what a bunch of liars they are.
Yeah.
That they just attack each other and then side with each other. And then like, I forget I said that.
It's like, I didn't say it. So did you say it just because you were trying to get the job? So it's a lie, or is it the truth? Do you think that he's not experienced enough and the presidency isn't an on-the-job training job? Or were you just saying this because you wanted to win? So you made some stuff up.
Both sides.
It's one or the other.
Both sides do it, though.
Yeah, it's still Republican.
No.
Obama's going to have some fine ads to counter this one.
Yeah. Well, they're also calling Biden Obama's little lapdog. So he's the guy that could go out and do the attacks on McCain. He's known McCain for years, worked with him, so he can actually attack him, and then Obama will be playing good cop. So it'll be good cop, bad cop kind of a thing.
By the way, Biden got some fine hair plugs.
Yes, he did.
You just noticed that too? Yeah. They had old school Biden when he had the dark jet black hair, and he barely had anything happening up top, and now he's got a full head of gray hair.
Really?
Yeah. They're figuring out that hair transplant, man.
They put in that Barbie doll stuff, or just
it didn't look too Barbie dollish. No. But so that's what Biden said about Obama. Wow. You know what's funny? You watch what Hillary does this week.
What?
She's going to do the biggest kiss-ass act ever.
Oh, yeah. Is she scheduled to speak?
Of course she is.
Tomorrow at the convention?
She is going to kiss some Obama ass.
We got to get sounds of that.
Oh, my God. Is she going to change her tune tomorrow?
We need a man like Barack Obama to be the next president of the year. Ugh. I have to listen to her again. And then what? Obama's wife? Tonight.
Yeah, Michelle Obama's kicking off the convention tonight, and Hillary's tomorrow.
She's kicking up. Why is the wife of this guy getting up there and babbling?
She's finally proud of America.
Well, because
they're trying so hard.
Because just like your ex-wife, she's responsible for his success, my friend.
Apparently so. I just think it's
she's going to be a lot more polished.
Self-serving. You think?
Yeah, she'll be a lot more polished.
She can't be, though. It's very hard. She has a very difficult time taking direction. She doesn't really. She's not likable. She gets up there and talks like Obama is a likable guy. He gets up there. You got to give him that. He gives his speeches. People like him. She gets up there and talks, and people are just like, oh boy. I don't think I like this broad.
I like the older footage, meaning like a year ago when, Michelle and Barack sit down for the interviews, and you can see Barack is like, oh, okay, honey.
All right, honey.
I'll take it from here.
Why don't you keep your mouth shut on this subject?
He's trying to get control of the situation.
Yeah.
He's very nervous. Oh, okay.
So, what do you think of Whitey? Well, let me tell you about it. Oh, honey.
Wait, let me
well, now. I think that's a derogatory term that we should not use. I'll talk about Whitey.
Oh, she's ready to roll.
Yeah, so she's going to get up there and I guess try to appear likable by reading a speech written by people that wrote something that maybe might make her likable. But I doubt it.
We've all had the girlfriend where, the girlfriend gets you in trouble. Michelle Obama's that type of girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Where she's like, there's a Hell's Angel guy that just cuts you off, and, she has to reach over and beep the horn like, whoa, what are you doing?
Call him a douche out the window.
Crazy?
Yeah.
Giving the finger like, whoa, I'll take care of this.
Oh, dude, feel free to punch her.
Right. Throwing drinks in the face of some 6'5" monster in a bar. Like,
yeah.
Great, now I gotta fight the 6'5" monster now. Thank you.
Sweetie, he's bothering me.
Yeah.
All right, take care of it.
We've all had that girl in our lives. It's like, chill the F out, please. I don't feel like losing my teeth.
So what, any indication on what she's going to talk about, or is this just a rah-rah? Is she introducing Barack?
No, she's just kicking off the convention. It's kind of a meeting her deal. But the big news is tomorrow at Hillary's thing, there's two big issues coming up. The people who made the movie about Bill, the man from Hope, have made one, allegedly, that will be shown tomorrow. And Hillary is supposed to dispatch her delegates and tell them to go to Barack.
Of course.
Yeah.
Go.
And they gave Michigan and Florida full voting rights after all the screaming and hollering.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so everybody's back in.
Is it worth watching?
No.
I remember, though, I watched the convention, I guess it was 4 years ago, and Barack Obama talked, and I went, wow, could that
He
guy
was the
talk?
big keynote speaker.
Yeah,
It was very impressive. But
There's always one great speech. Remember Cuomo's speech in like 80? That was a killer speech. But then the rest of it is just a waste of time. It's stuff we already know.
It's one big party.
It's a big kiss-ass party where they just say, rah-rah, look, we're all united behind Obama.
And then we got this old clip of Biden calling Obama the first mainstream African-American who's clean and bright.
Oh, okay.
We go back a little bit. This is what Biden had to say before he was picked to be the vice president.
I mean, you got the first sort of mainstream African-American who is articulate and bright and clean and a nice-looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook, man.
Yeah. He sounds drunk.
Yeah.
You ever go to a drunk guy and tell him, well, what do you think? Well, let me tell you what I think.
I think, what's wrong with him saying that?
Someone's asking me what I think?
Kind of is, as far as he's accepted by white people, is what you're saying, and those attributes that he brought up are things that white people want to see in a minority or ethnic candidate. You don't want to see a guy like 50 Cent getting up there. It's not really going to help. He meant he's articulate. He looks good. He looks the part.
I think that it just comes off like whenever you say that, it almost sounds, even though those things are technically correct, it sounds too paternalistic. It's almost like if a Jewish guy was running, and a guy's like, well, he's the first viable Jewish candidate. He's very generous. Even if that was the truth,
He's very generous. I've seen him tip.
It still sounds like, well, technically that's true, but it's almost like clean cut and articulate has typically sounded like a snotty elitist white person surprised that the black guy's not robbing them thing to say.
You know what? I don't think it's that extreme, though. I don't think he meant it that extreme. I think he means, when you look at people like black leaders, Farrakhan, Reverend Al,
well,
things like that.
Clean cut, articulate.
That's and completely insane.
I like him though. Nice glasses, good smile, great speaker, nice ties.
It's just. I think what he meant is he's more universally accepted because of those attributes than many of the former black leaders have been. So,
but he didn't come out and just go, look, I think he's the most viable black candidate this country's ever had. Like, that to me is whenever you start saying he's clean cut, he's articulate. It sounds like two adults discussing a child.
A child. He's so smart.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And look how cute. Coochie coochie coo. Yeah, I see your point on that one.
He's not talking about other white candidates being articulate. Well, of course, if you get that far, chances are you're fairly articulate. You're not a blithering retard if you're running for, president.
Well,
fuck myself.
Get in there. You can still get in.
Yeah. Hey, before we take a break, I want to do this one more time. We played the beep game with the McCain hurting her wrist thing.
Oh, right.
Hurting her wrist? Cindy McCain, sure. Who's very, very wealthy.
Yeah, apparently
extremely wealthy, yeah. We got the original story, so bear with us. It's like a minute. And then we threw some beeps in and made it very, in my opinion, very, very funny.
A little racy.
Yeah, here's the original story.
Some politicians say it's an injury waiting to happen, and it happened to Cindy McCain Wednesday when one supporter took things a little too far.
I'm absolutely fine. We had a great lunch and fundraiser, and I shook hands, and it was just a very enthusiastic supporter.
Mrs. McCain had surgery for a wrist injury several years ago. Wednesday's firm handshake aggravated the injury and left her in a sling.
How firm was the handshake?
Yeah, that was a good one.
While some believe good handshaking could be considered an art form, experts say the action should be taken seriously because injuries on the campaign trail are actually quite common. So much so that the American Occupational Therapy Association devoted a whole campaign to helping people stay safe while meeting and greeting on the trail.
Keeping your elbow at a 90-degree angle is actually optimal. Protecting the, shoulder and back by not reaching forward and over things and into crowds.
Yeah. So whatever. It's a whatever story, I understand. But then Sam took that and put some beeps into it.
Some politicians say it's an injury waiting to happen, and it happened to Cindy McCain Wednesday when one supporter took things a little too far.
I'm absolutely fine. We had a great lunch and fundraiser, and I'm a very enthusiastic supporter.
Mrs. McCain had surgery for a injury several years ago. Wednesday's aggravated the injury. While some believe good handshaking could be considered an art form, experts say the action should be taken seriously because injuries on the are actually quite common. So much so that the American Association devoted a whole campaign to helping people stay safe while meeting and greeting on the
Keeping your at a 90-degree angle is actually optimal. Protecting the by not reaching forward and over things.
Very nice. Sam did a good job with that. All right, quick break. We'll continue. 877-212-O&A. Keep the phone calls coming. It's Opie and Anthony. Oh, of course. There we go.
There it is. That thing is.
How about we just get rid of that CD player at this point?
Broken.
Well, let's put them up over here. Let's go up here for now on. Opie and Anthony. Good morning to everybody. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Yes. It's back to school time, huh?
Back to school. I don't know. I don't know when they start.
Soon.
They change it all the time.
Soon.
We used to get a much longer summer vacation, I think.
Not really.
It seems like kids are still going to school into July, and then they go back right after Labor Day or something.
Yeah, we're heading toward Labor Day. The only reason we're mentioning back to school, we got a teacher that decided to become, I think, a girl. Some custodian or something.
Janitor.
What?
It's a janitor in
Is it a janitor?
What?
Yeah.
Really awful looking. Besides, I think I haven't read the story in a week. I think he's 54. From memory.
And he didn't have the money or something to get the operation, so he just kind of looks goofy.
He looks like Peter Criss. That's the guy I talked about on Red Eye.
Right. He looks like Peter Criss. That's very good. Here's the story.
Hundreds of kids will be heading back to class at Clara Barton Elementary School in Oxford next week. They'll have new classrooms, new teachers, and a new custodian? Well, not exactly. 54-year-old Brian Bonin will be back for his 9th year on the job as Brianna.
Of course. Of course.
Why do they always do that? Brian is now Brianna. Why can't they just pick a new name?
Exactly.
Yeah, because
you can't possibly
because your whole family's like, Brian, what are you doing?
Brian, no, I'm Brianna now.
No, you're Brian.
I'm Brianna.
I played Little League with you. What are you doing?
Brianna.
How much attention do you need?
His son, they say, his adult son is having trouble with this one.
Your son.
His 33-year-old son, I think he has. He's having a little problem.
Of course he's having trouble.
You like to do what, Dad? And now you want to have what cut? What? What if his father told him piecemeal?
Yeah,
I like guys. Or I do that, and then it kind of just ease into the fact that he's going to get chopped.
Oof.
Will be back for his 9th year on the job as Brianna Bonin. He will be living and working as a woman.
Every person has a right to, live how they want to live.
Bonin told a local paper that he was terrified he'd lose his job when he revealed plans to change his gender. But he says the school has been very supportive. Administrators sent a letter home to parents about what to say to their children, reading in part, "The best thing to tell them is that our custodian used to be a man. She has changed her gender role and is now a woman."
I had to demonstrate with a banana and a knife in case the kid is really confused about how that happens. Stupid.
But he looks like a dude still.
He's awful.
He just grew his hair, like Jimmy said, to look like Peter Criss. Doesn't even look like he's taking hormones.
He looks like a burn victim Look at his face. Like he's got the fake wig and glasses on.
Yeah.
He's not a good... And you're 54 years old, first of all.
Oh.
Why don't you just live out your life as a guy? And
you screwed up. You should have done it earlier in life. That's for the young.
Yeah.
It really is. Getting your schlong cut off is for the young.
You see these things walking around Manhattan every once in a while,
and
they have to wear like old school dresses, and they wear old school pocketbooks and old school glasses. Like, what are you doing? If you're gonna do this, why don't you like try to sex it up at least?
Yeah.
Do it when you're younger. No, nothing worse than a new vagina on an old man. It's just creepy.
And is now a woman.
I agree that they should still have their job. I don't have a problem with that.
But the situation is causing some controversy in this town. Not everyone thinks the students will adjust well to the change.
I think he, she, or whatever should have compassion for the children. Because most children aren't brought up like that.
What? It was irrelevant what she said.
What are you saying, you muttering old fool?
He's going to be a major distraction at school.
Yeah, they won't tease him, I'm sure.
No.
No, not at all.
No, kids don't tease.
Not at all. That won't be funny for them.
No.
To look and see the janitor with the stupid wig and the fake bosoms.
Looking like John Lithgow from Garp.
I just wait until he's sweeping the floor and then go around the corner and throw a big dildo on the floor.
Yeah,
like a lifelike one. And hey, you dropped this.
Yeah. It's exactly what the kids are going to be doing. They're going to make his life a living hell.
Yeah.
So little signs. They'll draw little things on the walls in the locker room. Can he go in the girls' locker now, or does he have to go in the boys' locker? Where does he go?
I don't know, Jimmy.
Which one's he allowed in?
I don't know. It's in Oxford, Massachusetts. So, you ever have one of these things in school or in your town or any of that?
I've seen them, but I mean, again, we're older. I'm being 40. It's you didn't see as many in the 70s or early 80s. It's not as acceptable then as it is now.
God.
He's terrible.
I just got a better look.
What?
Look at his
wrong with him?
He has man forearms.
I'm painting.
Hand.
I'm Brianna, and I'm painting with a mullet.
You got to soften out your body, right?
He's awful.
You got to get rid of the shoulders, the big man shoulders. That's the first thing you got to try to do.
His shirt's all tucked in like a guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
His dumb man's belt and jeans.
Oh, God, look at that shot. On his knees.
Get these shots on onaradio.com. They're going up now. Stunt brain? All right, good.
It's some kind of painting, and it just looks like Meatloaf from Fight Club.
Yeah. Is his last name really Bonin?
Yeah. And he has man shorts, like those almost down to your knees shorts, and kneeling, and he's painting a wall. And you can see he has like a bit of a gut, and his breasts, fake breasts. It just looks ridiculous. It's not offensive. It's just silly. Like, why would you do that?
Great Karnak. Bonin. What he won't be doing anymore. That's good stuff. Bonin.
Isn't this supposed to make you...
Ever bone a heart? Sorry.
Yeah.
Hold
on. Isn't this supposed to make your life better?
Yeah, I think it is. You're supposed to fulfilling your lifelong dream of becoming a woman because you've been a man or a woman trapped in a man's body.
Yeah. Let's go to Jared.
And that woman's fighting to get out through the gut.
Jared.
Hey, guys.
Gary.
They're going to give him a 54-year-old hatchet-owned to match?
Yeah, that's what they should do, is give him an old one to match how old he is. That's a good idea. One that's just been, ravaged.
The poor son has to deal with this. I don't care what you say. It's embarrassing.
Of course it is.
Dad, he wants to be a girl, go around painting the school up, dressed like a lady. Why don't you stop it?
It's bad enough that you got to tell everyone that your dad's a janitor at the school. Seriously, and now you have to say, well, my dad's now a chick janitor. Mike, no, let's go to John in Jersey. John.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey.
I'm growing up, man. We had this guy. He was a mailman. His name was Jerry. And like a couple months went by. Next thing you know, we see him dressing up in girls' mailman clothes and stuff. We call him Geraldine.
Geraldine? Ugh.
Had the sex change and everything. So me and my mom were at the shop right one day. I mean, this person looked like a woman from behind with the wig. My mom's like, "Hey, by chance, this coffee, is on sale?" And she turned around and says, "No, I'm not quite sure." I've been devastated ever since. I don't know what to think of that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it brings a lot of attention to you.
Yeah.
A lot of pointing and laughing.
Chuckling,
When
yes.
we were that young, man. When you're that young, you see something like that and it sounds like a guy. I don't know, kids in school, that's kind of scary.
I think you got to leave this to the young, like I think Ant was saying. You get up into middle age, it's not the best time to do that.
You pass the opportunity.
Right.
The opportunity is when you're in your 20s, I think. If you want to be a broad, that's when you can gussy yourself up.
Regular girls look awful when they hit their 50s, and now you're going to be a guy and decide to be a 50-some-odd-year-old woman?
I think that you should have to get 10 other people to agree that you could look like a woman. Like, there's nothing like there are certain people like Asians typically are the most passable because they're not hairy. They're not Asian guys are not hairy. So when they become like a lot of times you'll be like, oh, that's a guy, or
will you?
Spanish. Yeah, I'm saying that we've all look. We've watched as much porn as I have. Some stuff falls through the cracks. But it's always people who are younger. It's never older people who look past.
Yeah.
And you should just not be able to do that to your family.
I just don't know how that makes your life better. Maybe we could have a serious discussion about this if we got some people out there that know. But how does that make your life better? You're already confused inside, but as you walk around society, no one knows that you're confused inside. And now all of a sudden you go for this thing and you're wearing old school dresses, like I said, and weird old school hairdos. And how does that make your life better? Now everyone's just pointing and laughing at you.
Well, they knew there was something wrong with him because all the paintbrushes, he would just angrily chop the handles off.
Yeah.
Get it, guys?
Yeah.
Of course.
All right, as Travis screens the calls because now they're lit. We'll get a few on the phone in a minute here. We got to go back to Friday's show. We picked the K-Rock girls here in New York City. Want to thank Boston for sticking with the show. That was greatly appreciated.
Yeah. Bail out at 9.
Yeah.
Show of faith.
Thanks for the show of faith.
We're going to go an extra hour. Thank you. Goodbye.
Right. BCN decided that rock music was more important, so what can I tell you?
Why don't they like us there? We love BCN. Why don't they like it? It's very hurtful.
We went on vacation. They decided that music was better. I'm like, what are you doing? Music isn't better than what we're doing.
No.
We're giving the best of the best when we're on vacation.
You'll get to the music.
Yes.
That's the point. You'll get to it. There's not one song that somebody's going to go, oh, no, I'm not going to hear that song. First of all, yes, you will. You'll hear it a couple of times. And, it's something that was kind of fun.
And it turned out to be really good radio. I think the fine folks missed Kiara, was her name? Punching E-Rock in the gut. Real hot girl, like her boobies were pretty much falling out of what she was wearing. And she gave E-Rock a nice belly shot. Can you take a belly slap from her, E-Rock, for the team?
A punch?
I love her.
All right.
Can I punch him?
E-Rock.
Wait, punch him where?
That mess.
I can punch him?
Yeah, in the stomach. If he's okay with it.
Wait, this is how Houdini died.
Good luck getting
Do you know how to...
Well, you don't have rings on.
Holy crap, she's...
Oh,
Oh, man, can she punch? Oh, did she wail him?
Oh, my God.
You're right, E-Rock.
Yeah, that hurt.
She really punched him hard. E-Rock went down. And the video's up on YouTube, by the way, and we can link it on onaradio.com. There's a bunch of good videos on YouTube, Opie and Anthony in the search, and then look for the latest videos, and you'll certainly see E-Rock getting punched in the gut. Another video you'll see today, and Sam's going to recut it, because we had Pat Duffy on later on in the show, and him and his new girlfriend, are they going out? This Russian broad and Pat Duffy, do we know?
I don't know.
But they like to have pretty crazy sex.
Yeah, they're really
very violent
with each other, right?
Very violent sex. And on the show, the Russian girl was slapping Pat in the face, but then Pat slapped her in the face, and she said it was okay.
Yeah.
And then there was biting going on, and there was pulling and not of the hair.
Yeah, there was also something we couldn't even do on the air. We wanted to do it, and then
he wanted it bad.
Jimmy actually thought better of it.
Yeah, Jimmy kind of saved the show, I guess.
There was a biting, thing. Pat Duffy wanted to bite an area that, my God.
You usually don't bite.
You don't even think of biting that area.
You might go for a cute little nibble, but you certainly don't go for the bite.
Right, not a hardcore just bite like an apple.
It'd be like watching the Rocky Horror Picture Show poster get bitten.
Yes.
So,
nice reference from 35 years ago.
The video is good. It's up on YouTube. The problem with the video, though, you have to wait to get to the grand finale, which was the Russian broad kicking Pat in the groin. I don't think I've ever seen anything like what I saw Friday.
Yeah.
That kick to the groin. We've done the kick to the groin bit a few times on the radio. But it was with the dominatrix. She was very, dare I say, dainty as she was kicking the guys.
She knew a technique.
Right.
That I guess she was able to actually hold back a little bit, yet make it, sound good and look good. But I think she was more towing the taint.
Yeah.
But this one, oh my God, just wind up and a solid kick that would bring any guy to his knees.
It was a big whammo. Here's the audio from Friday, the video up on YouTube. Opie and Anthony in the search new videos.
All right, tell me when.
I'd like to say them at the Trump line.
And stupid Vinny, right?
Right over it.
Vinny, who did a great job for us on Friday, decided he needed to get his plug in right as the Russian broad was winding up. He had the worst timing.
All right, tell me when.
I'd like to say them at the Trump line.
What?
What? Who did this tape?
Uh-oh, what's the matter, Jimmy?
You didn't hear what just got dropped?
You know what?
You heard it too, Mike, right?
Yeah. Did they get it down the hall?
I'm sure they did.
I have to take blame.
Oops.
Relax.
Oh, boy.
Relax, E-Rock.
E-Rock comes running in. No, it's not my fault. Not me.
We got a clean version and a dirty version.
Oh.
And I went dirty version on everybody. I apologize. I went dirty version. That's my fault.
I can't even see that it's opieandanthony.com.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Why is Steve's freaking logo bigger than the show's logo?
We have addressed this.
Why is that still happening?
How many times have we addressed this?
Never really. Only mentioned it.
Why is that still happening?
We've mentioned it many times. Why is it? Foundry is huge.
Yeah.
And our name is up in the right corner in some unreadable font.
The font up on the corner stinks.
Yeah.
All right, listen.
Oh, my God.
Let's get back to Duffy.
Doesn't get it.
Getting it in the groin.
All right, tell me when.
I'd like to say them at the Trump line.
Do it again.
Everybody.
He's down. He's down.
The floor.
He's down.
Did you like it?
Oh, that was awesome.
You really liked it, Pat?
Yeah, we're going to do that later.
We didn't get good audio on that because Vinny was talking. Hold on.
Yeah, Vinny, shut your mouth.
Hold on, everybody.
Shh.
Okay, when you're ready. Shh.
Well, all right, listen. There's no effing way. There's no effing way.
Holy
Pat, you all right?
Yeah, I'm great. Great. Bouncing up and down. Jumping up and down. Why?
Because it hurts.
Did you guys hear that sound? It's like a catcher catching like a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. That is unbelievable. And then she decided to reel. You thought that was bad?
Oh, I know, yeah.
She finally hit him in such a way that he went down. And the video's great because Sam slowed it down, so it's slow-motion kicks. And Sam's going to recut this video where it's all about just him getting kicked in the groin because the other stuff... you see that? And we'll link it on oandaradio.com.
Wow.
Listen to this, the grand finale.
No. Give me one more.
Hold on.
One more, you're crazy.
Wait, good audio. All right, guys. Here she goes. Go.
Holy crap. I'm leaving.
You're like feeling his pain.
Dude, I'm dizzy, and I didn't even get hit.
Wow.
How the can you take a shot like that?
They are up.
Because I deserve it. Is that amazing? Does that sound amazing?
Yeah, that is. And he was down for a while on that last one.
And when people see this video, you know they're going to go, fake, so fake. He was wearing padding, fake. No, he
No, he took it. It was very spontaneous. They just decided they were trying little things that could hurt each other.
Right. And they admitted to some weird stuff. They used knives in their sex and all that stuff.
Yeah, he was pressing a knife to her throat. This, I guess, is during their consensual sex in their bedroom.
In their
yeah.
privacy, yeah.
And apparently likes bringing knives out, threatening with knives. He said he equates sex with violence.
Yeah.
Very odd character, that Pat Duffy.
Absolutely, but he gave us another great video.
Certainly did.
Opie and Anthony in the YouTube search. Latest videos, you'll see that. Mark, Boston, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
You know, I was just wondering, like, BCN, what's the deal with it? You guys are, like, best friends with them, and they ain't playing your show?
What?
I'm upset about that. About your BCN thing on Friday. We used to girls.
Well, it was a last-minute thing, so maybe they just weren't prepared for us to go late. I don't know.
I was very upset. I'm sitting there, listening to the show, great show going down, and bam, they toss on some rock. I'm like, what?
We had to, pick, really hot girls from, a lot of girls. And we thought it was going to be a hack who gives a crap type of bit. It turned out to be really, really good. And it got even better. Because next thing you know, E-Rock's getting punched in the gut, and there was other things happening with the girls. And
they all had personality, too. The girls were great.
They were great, man. Yeah, we really hated that we had to do that because we thought, oh, my God, we can't get the girls naked or nothing, and this is going to suck. But it really turned out to be good.
Yeah.
Really turned out to be good.
You just never know.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm going to cry because I missed all of that.
Well, you got some good videos up online. Thanks, Mark. We got to move on. The Russian Broad's checking in. Russian Broad.
Hey, Oakster, what's up?
How are you? So you were the one that was kicking Pat Duffy in the old groin on Friday.
Oh, yeah. He goes to me afterwards. He's like, actually, that was really fun. I would love to try that again. So we decided to maybe do that a few more times, maybe later on, in the privacy of his own apartment. And you guys mentioned punching me in the boobies, and he did that as well. Didn't really feel like much, though. Wasn't that interesting.
Well, one of the greatest stories ever told on our show was this Chuck Farnham, who lives in the San Francisco area. And he got into some weird stuff, and he met this girl that insisted that he punch her in the boob really, really hard and she wasn't satisfied until the boobs would get bruised up. And she would keep yelling at Chuck to punch harder and harder, and Chuck was so disturbed by it, but he still did it. So I kind of mentioned it on Friday.
I never really understood it. I never really understood it because it's all fat. There's nothing there. It's not going to hurt.
Well, it depends on what time of the month, my friend.
Wow.
You girls get a little sore, when it's...
Did he slap you at all? Did you guys have, really hardcore sex this week for the weekend? Or?
Oh, yeah. I reached my peak a few times.
Oh.
And I usually don't. I'm very hard to please in that area, and he definitely made me reach my height.
All right, we got it. So, were you guys doing anything crazy? There was, the punching of the boob. What else?
We did the rusty trombone a few more times.
Nice.
And we started talking about how we became so freaky. Mm-hmm. And he told me he had some psychological issues when he was a kid. And then I realized that I knew it when I was maybe 5. And I used to live in Russia. In the city where I lived, St. Petersburg, they had a lot of cannibals in the city from World War II.
What?
Yeah, because all the roads were cut off. That there would be no food during the war going into the city because it was all frozen over. Mm-hmm. So people really had to resort to eating each other. And some of these people, they had kids, and their kids also got into the same stuff.
Come on, look that up there, stunt brain. Cannibalism in Russia.
Yeah. Look it up.
I would believe it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So what does that have to do with you?
Well, it has to do with because I saw the special on the news when I was maybe 5 or 6 about how there were a lot of cannibals in the city, and I got really into it. I thought it was just the most amazing thing ever, and I think that was when I lost my innocence, when I realized that I thought cannibalism was awesome. So, just there. from there on, it was just a downward spiral for me.
Well, when's the first time, like, in bed, like, somebody did something, like, hardcore like that? Like, 'cause slapping or breast punching, I mean, that's, like, hardcore activity. When did that happen? Or when did you try that?
Well, actually, I tried that very recently. I never really liked violence in bed. I tried it maybe earlier on this year, and I didn't think I was going to like it, but I really, really got into it.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, when me and Pat met, at first I was being kind of, like, I was just toying with him. We didn't have sex for a while, actually. And then when we started to, when I was like, slap me, hit me, all that stuff, and he was a little surprised by it, but then afterwards he's like, yeah, finally someone that understands what I want and like. So from there on, it just went more violent in the progression.
Well, I got to ask, Russian Broad, do you feel threatened when you're with Pat Duffy ever?
Do
you feel like scared, or do you feel
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Should.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that when they were hanging out on Friday, that she had not a fear. And there's a lot of people that fear Pat Duffy because he doesn't seem quite right.
Seems a little unstable.
Yeah, he seems a little odd at times.
Well, he definitely is. He's crazy, but I mean,
and that doesn't bother you? That doesn't scare you that he's crazy?
No, it doesn't bother me at all. And actually, my mother also knows what went on. Like, she asked me what happened on the show. I was reluctant to tell her, but then she heard me listening to the replay, and then she's like, "Oh my God! She never knew that I was this violent before."
Yeah, we're going to recut the video because, the face slapping and all that in the beginning of the video, who cares? We got to get right to the groin shots because it's unbelievable.
That's your money right there.
It's really unbelievable how sick that is. But, Russian Broad, so the cannibalism thing, right? You said you got into it. Now, about 10, 11 years ago, I got into sushi, so I started eating sushi. So what happens with the cannibalism?
Well, I think I realized that if I was presented the chance to eat human flesh, I would.
Oh, my God.
No, I realized in the recent years that I really am much scarier than I ever thought I would be when I was growing up.
Wonderful. We're not going to have you around anymore.
Do you like
Do you
like regular porn, or do you need it to be hardcore? Or can you enjoy regular stuff too?
Oh no, I prefer hardcore all the way.
I don't mean hardcore. I mean like really like bizarre fetish type stuff.
Oh no! I'm not into fetishes. I don't even like to watch it be that violent. I like group. I like 2-on-1. That I love.
Really? In what way?
Yeah.
No, 2 guys and 1 girl.
Oh, okay. So you like being put on the rotisserie, as they call it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Really?
And I like just nasty things, but I'm not into fetishes.
Would you like to have 2 guys and you be tied up or restrained or cuffed or whatever, and then have 2 guys?
I thought about it, and I think that yes. I'm not a big fan of the butt play, but I think I would be a good little girl and actually try it out.
So with Pat Duffy, are you guys searching out another dude?
No, we're not. We're not really thinking about that quite yet.
Actively seeking another dude.
Are you searching out another dude?
Yes. Pat's a cuckold.
Yes. Hey, Stumpray, what do we got on the cannibalism?
Yeah, this is more than just World War II. Apparently, it also started well earlier than that, and in 1920 to 21, they had a famine, which caused some of the people in the Soviet Union to resort to eating human flesh. They said prisoners would break out of prison and take along a weak inmate with them as a food supply.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And there were parents killing children and eating children. And so there's a history of this in your rich culture.
Now we know why the Russian attitude.
Yeah.
I had to eat people.
Yeah.
In my country, we ate the people. In Russia... Yakov Smirnov.
What a country.
What a country. You don't eat each other. Shut up. Staying there,
Apparently
Branson.
The gulags were considered a food source as well. So some of the
sounds like a tasty dish.
Gulag. Oh, the Russian gulag.
Goulash.
Yeah, you go over there. Ooh, I want some of that gulag. All right.
Yeah. Tasty.
I'll get a side of armed robber, please.
Oh, my grandfather was in one of those. He was sent to a mining camp by Stalin, and I can only wonder what happened there.
He's dead.
Yeah, he never came back.
I know he's dead, but he actually developed cancer after that from the radiation. Not very fun.
No.
And I think also my freakiness might also come from the fact that I used to live less than like 100 miles away from Chernobyl, and I'm surprised I didn't develop any sort of abnormality.
Yeah.
No, I think you developed something.
Yeah. Hopefully, it was great for like the Chernobyl caused hair loss. We're exactly what we needed. How perfect is that?
I think it caused you to become very hungry all the time.
Yeah. All right, Russian Broad. Thank you.
No problem. Sure. Bye, guys.
Bye.
She's a star on YouTube today. Her and Pat Duffy. It's pretty impressive, the video.
Sexy, very busty girl. Nice rump and a good right leg.
Not a hint of fear. She wasn't acting on Friday.
No.
She doesn't fear Pat Duffy.
Wasn't feeling that whole ass thing that she was showing.
What was she doing? I forgot.
She showed her ass.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. It's a spankable one.
It looked a little...
nice boobies, though, but the ass...
I think you
for somebody who's, supposedly, how old is she?
She's 21, 27.
Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't have the old, been sitting in the gravel driveway and, stood up and brushed it off look. That's all I'm saying.
A couple little dimples are okay. Little
couple.
Thick, little spankable. I don't know. It's nice. You put a good handprint in that. Laugh about it later.
Look at the butt Danny found.
Yeah, that was similar.
Yeah. No, come on. How are you killing the broad?
I'm just saying. That's all. It was a little cottage cheesy.
We got to take a break. 877-212-O&A.
Daddy, please don't kill me, Daddy. I want to live. Why are you killing us?
Wow, fat bellyacre, shut up.
You deserve to burn in hell.
Opie and Anthony. When you need to know something, call Opie and Anthony.
Call 866-WOW-1-WOW. That's 866-WOW-1-WOW.
They will give it to you like it is.
Cell phone and PDA users, send your message to feedback at opieandanthony.com.
Everything is happening now. Opie and Anthony has it for you.
Opie and Andy. That's what you're listening to.
I'm Andy.
Opie and Andy.
Oh, Christine Jorgensen.
What?
Christine Jorgensen was like the first real transsexual, I believe.
Opie and Anthony, by the way.
Quite groundbreaking.
Well, the show continues during the breaks. Unfortunately, we got to squeeze some commercials in there, so you don't get to hear the stuff we do during the breaks.
But we still talk.
We're talking
about trannies.
Trannies and stuff. And my memory goes back to Dr. Richards.
Dr. Richards.
Renee Richards.
Right.
The first, in my world, the first high-profile thing.
I just remember the other one.
The only reason I say thing, because they're trannies, they're transsexuals, they're...
Yeah, what are they?
Well, I get all confused. Transgender. I just call them things. The first thing that I remember was this Dr. Richards, who was a tennis player and then decided to get the operation, and then he continued playing tennis against the females with his big, huge, manly biceps.
How did he do?
He looked like Frankenstein out there. He didn't do too well, right?
No. That'll throw you off. It's like cutting off a Tyrannosaurus's tail. Your balance is all off.
I think all the crying got in the way. I don't know. But it was a horror show because I think back then, this is what we were saying during the breaks, like, they didn't have it all figured out, so they pumped some hormones in you. They did a little something with your body and said, I don't know, try this. See if this changes how you feel.
You know they didn't have those microsurgery techniques that they have now to keep all the nerves intact, and how they do it where they actually take the male part and turn it inside out to craft a female part.
Mm-hmm.
But they probably didn't have that figured out.
No, not back then.
Like, all right, what do we do after we just cut things off here? How do we fix this?
And who was the one you were talking about?
Christine Jorgensen. Is that Christine Jorgensen?
That's a man's nose.
That's a guy looking like some kind of 30s broad.
Oh, she was way back? She was old school?
I don't know how old school. When did Christine Jorgensen have the operation there, Stunt Brain?
It's like 50 or 52.
What the hell is she?
Yeah. Former World War II GI.
Ah, that's nice.
The joke was she went abroad and came back abroad.
I get it.
Whoa.
Didn't she have to go to Sweden?
Something like that,
yeah, somewhere to get that surgery done.
Yeah.
and came back a lovely woman.
Was she in Hollywood or something? She has, like, Hollywood pictures. She has, like, those old-school Hollywood pictures.
I know he, she, whatever, was very famous at the time for being like, hey, it's the first guy that got his thing, you know.
This is literally the first one?
Pretty sure. Landmark case. Very high profile back in the day.
52. Let's go to Chris. Chris, you're on Opie and Anthony.
Christian.
Hey, Christian,
right,
what's up?
Whatever.
How you going? Y'all didn't know if it was me, that's all. Huge fan.
Right.
Little Jimmy, happy birthday.
Thank you, sir.
And I don't know if you remember, but I'm the unprepared douchebag that you met outside of the PNC non-traveling virus store.
As you are for this call.
Scott in New York, what's up? You took way too long, buddy.
It's a great show.
Thank you, Scott.
Dr. Renee Richards.
Yeah.
He is a really well-known Jim. She's a really well-known eye doctor, though. I mean,
really,
she's done magazines.
Not that well-known. Has she ever looked in the mirror before?
Oh my God! I mean, yeah. My son actually had an eye problem. We actually got referred to him, and to sit there in the office and just look at it. It's not pretty.
Where does she practice? Why am I saying she?
Right in New York City somewhere.
Carmel, New York.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
right, guys, I gotta go.
All right, thank you. All right, let's go to Michael in Georgia. Michael,
Yeah, man.
how's the war going?
Pretty good.
All right, good.
Yeah, the trucking company that I used to work for had a guy, his wife wanted to be a lesbian, so he had a sex change for her, and then she decided after fact that she wanted to go with a man, so she left him for a man.
Well, probably because he looked so silly.
Yeah, he looked really, really ridiculous. He was a real manly type man, and then he become a really ugly woman, and he committed suicide after that.
She probably wanted to go with a lesbian, but a hot one. Like, maybe even Ellen's not bad looking for, an older woman with a mullet and pantsuit.
How could you say that?
Ellen's not an ugly woman. She's just...
She's not ugly,
She's
I
cute.
guess, but as a guy, you wouldn't even think of, like,
No, not
going
even a
out with her.
second glance.
Not even right.
Well, because you know.
You think that's why?
Yeah, she wouldn't be... And she dresses so, just, let's be honest, terribly. She's a terrible dresser.
Even if she dressed nice and she was in a place, whatever, you'd kind of make a move there.
She doesn't have an ugly face, and she's not fat. I mean, she probably has a nice little rump on her.
They got to come up with lesbian wear.
She doesn't look like she's got a nice rump on her, I'll tell you that.
It's called men's clothes.
That's what I mean, though. They screw the men's clothes and come up with a new thing, lesbian wear. Whatever that would be.
Yeah.
Like a sweater vest.
Because Ellen dresses kind of like a gay guy.
Yeah, she has terrible taste. She dresses like a white guy who doesn't really know how to dress, but who kind of wants to look younger.
Yeah, she wants to be the guy. And she is in the relationship with Portia de Rossi. They got married, and Portia was wearing the wedding gown, and Ellen was wearing the suit.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little white suit.
I would think she would wear something a little different for her marriage. She looks like she should be like in an emo band.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know. Look at that. Look. They got to come up with lesbian wear.
Yeah, stop dressing like men.
Let's say hi to Mike. Hey, Mike.
Mike.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
So, I used to do Rocky Horror back in the day. I heard Jimmy talk about it before. And one of these pre-op trannies used to come to the show all the time and hit on me all the time.
With the pre-op tranny dressed like Frankenfurter?
No, she didn't. But she literally looked like John Lithgow with glasses.
Hot.
From Garp. I mean, dressed like him and everything. I mean, scary with a Georgia accent. I still get nightmares about it.
He's trying.
I know.
Yeah.
I went to the Rocky Horror Show.
We've heard it all, sir. You really got to,
A couple times when I was like 13.
Yeah.
And I remember one time some teenagers hit me in the face with an egg right in my glasses.
Aww.
Because Rocky Horror Show is kind of a fun experience, and people bring eggs, not supposed to, but they like hollow out the bread and then put eggs in them. And I got an egg whipped right in my fat little face.
Well, they've come up with so many fun, cute little things to do at the midnight showings.
Yeah.
Is there still one in the city?
Like if there's rain, they'll all hold up umbrellas and like little squirt guns.
And then they throw a toast. When they say, have a toast, and they'll throw toast.
I've never gone to one of these.
Proud
to say.
It's not bad.
I went to one.
Yeah, and
yeah,
was it fun?
It was kind of funny,
Was it fun hanging with
I just didn't like.
nerds?
I don't like getting involved with anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like anyone involving me, but I'll watch. It's kind of. It was kind of lame. I mean, some of these people, it was their entire lives. They must just spend putting costumes together and going every night, and it's kind of.
There are people that have seen it like 400 times. There's got to be a midnight showing in New York somewhere.
Yeah.
There has to be on a Friday night sometime.
Why don't we all go?
We should one time.
Yeah, bring your toast.
Why not? Give us something to talk about on Monday.
Sex with hooker wasn't fun. It was work, says cop.
Oh.
Who's believing this guy? Says comic. Who's believing this guy? We could talk about jobs that aren't fun. This sounds like it would be kind of a fun job.
Sure.
You know, if you get a male escort, like I could see that was true. If the cop was just doing his duty, if he was straight, and he let just like a gay diesel male escort rail him just to bust the guy. That's a
all right.
job.
You're busted.
Then we would believe his story. But in this case,
I'll write up the report.
A suspended Texas police officer testified Thursday that he was forced to have sex with 2 prostitutes during an undercover sting operation, saying he was paid to do it. Officer Keith Breener.
Oh, scared me there with the first name.
Breener? Oh, no kidding. Testified in Texas during a hearing to be reinstated after he was suspended along with another officer after it came to light that the men engaged in sex acts with prostitutes while on the job. This is like a storyline right out of The Wire. What's his name in The Wire had this happen to him. Speaking of The Wire, Snoop.
Yeah, she got busted.
Jimmy and I were talking about this over the weekend. You didn't watch The Wire.
No.
Snoop was this barely looked like a female.
Yeah.
One of the scariest.
All right, I remember you talking about Snoop.
One of the scariest characters on The Wire. And what did Stephen King call her?
She was like I think the scariest female villain ever on television.
Wow.
She was so realistic because she was a real gangbanger.
Yeah. Well, the cops came a knocking because they want her because she was a witness to a murder. And this Snoop, when she was 14, she killed somebody and spent 4 years in the joint. And now was this big star on The Wire, which is just an amazing turnaround.
Yeah.
They went to her house because they want her to testify on another, like a murder that she had nothing to do with. She just witnessed.
Yeah.
And what did they find? Pot in her house or something?
A little bit of pot.
Oops.
Yeah.
So she's in a bit of trouble.
A little violation.
This morning, yeah.
She saw stabbing outside a chicken joint in Baltimore.
Yeah.
She doesn't want
the real deal, huh?
Yeah.
She's the real deal, absolutely.
You know how violent an outside the chicken joint stabbing must be in Baltimore?
Wow.
Do you know what an unpleasant event that is to be involved in?
It's not just a quick little poke and I'm sorry.
I remember when I was working at Pergament years ago. I was probably 19, and
Pergament.
It was a bunch of black dudes and me that worked in the receiving area, in the shipping area, and we would a lot of times I'd go to New Brunswick. This guy, I think his nickname was Hook. He was a bald dude, and he was like loud. And we were in some chicken place on George Street in New Brunswick. It's in the middle of the afternoon. And, of course, he gets into an altercation with the guy because the guy didn't give him enough chicken. And he just starts screaming back in at the guy, and you better have a pistol. And I'm like, why am I here?
Wow.
I just want to go back to Pergament and eat my chicken.
Oh, that's bad.
This is not ugly.
Should be threatening with guns.
How does an extra a drumstick relate to it like you better have a pistol? And he meant it.
Now you're just involved. Like, I just want my dumb chicken and go back to my awful job.
But I wasn't even involved. I was so obviously just the guy that drove him from work.
Right.
I didn't say anything. I just held the chicken for him and held the ketchup thing up so it didn't spill out of the little thing because then he might have hurt me.
What does Pergament sell? I don't even know.
They sold
rugs.
They're based out of
I
Staten
think they're
Island,
gone now, aren't they?
Probably. It was like a Home Depot type place.
Well, Home Depot pretty much put them under.
Did they? I'm sure they did.
Pergament paints.
I don't remember.
And you go in there with lighting fixtures. It was always the place that your parents took you that was just the most boring place as a kid to walk into, aside from when Mom took you shopping.
I used to like to go to the local lumber yard.
Yeah, they used to have the local lumber yard.
Before that Home Depot, took out the little man.
Lowe's and
I hate when the little man is taken out. Hate it.
Yeah. But, that shopping at Pergament was just so dull. It's like, hey, come on, we're going to need some light fixtures. And as a kid, light fixtures? Ugh.
Tried working there.
Yeah, that must have sucked.
I worked there when I was drinking.
Did you work at the paint can shaker? Look, I need a raise. No, thank you. Thank you very much.
I worked at the one in the Brunswick shopping mall in North Brunswick, and then I was drinking and doing drugs and stuff, and then I got sober, and they moved to a bigger facility, and I called in sick my third day because my psychology was I just got hired here.
Uh-huh.
No one would call in sick their third day.
Unless they were really sick.
Really sick.
Yeah, and you were really fired.
No, I didn't get fired.
Oh.
But they were not happy.
Of course not.
The fact that I'd called in sick.
But they had no one else to hire.
That'll go on your permanent record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to get back?
Slacker.
Let's get back to this cop. So he had sex with a couple hookers, and he said it wasn't fun. It was work. If you're asking if I had an orgasm, yes. It was a job, sir, Brina reportedly said during testimony.
That's it.
I didn't have pleasure doing this. I was paid to do it. He's such a liar.
They do have to report whenever they fire their gun. Know that.
There it is. End of competition for today.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Yeah, that's very good. Briner admitted to being manually. Can we say this crap? It's a news story, right?
I think you could stop right there. I know exactly what you're going to say.
Okay. Admitted to being manually blank, as well as engaging in blank and blank sex. Whoa!
Wow.
With 2 women at 2 spas during an undercover sting operation. Police Chief Frank. How did this guy get caught? Police Chief Frank Coffin contends that Briner and fellow officer David Kiker, Kiker too, were suspended indefinitely after the sex acts came to light, the paper said. Briner is trying to stop Texas from suspending him, saying that he was asked to have sex as part of the job.
Yeah.
Is that true? Are some of these cops having... No,
I don't think you could ask an officer to have sexual intercourse with a hooker and have him do it, and everything's hunky-dory.
Yeah. He thought he could get away with one.
Yeah, he probably, thought, you're in that situation, and, it's right there. You're ready to roll. I don't know. It's a tricky situation for a cop. A lot of discipline.
Why confess it? Why would you, unless it's on tape? And they had.
He probably got caught and then, fessed up.
Well, how do you get caught once it's done? I mean, what do you know? You wash up, it's finished.
I don't know. Maybe you got to account for why you went in there, what happened, what'd you do.
What that is on your shirt, on your shoes, on your hand and weapon and belt. It was a good one.
Wow. She ruled.
You ever have sex with your pants on? Like your jeans or black pants, and like you don't take your pants off, you just open the fly, and then afterwards you're like, oh my God, what happened to the front of my pants? This is a disaster. What's in there?
It's time for useless information on the Opie and Anthony Show. Mike in Hoboken. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing all right, sir. How you doing, fellas?
Good. What do you got for the show today?
I got some useless information. You guys are talking about the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and MTV and its infinite wisdom is remaking it with Paris Hilton, Russell Brand, and a couple of other no-talent youngins that nobody really gives a almost cursed.
You didn't curse.
Wow.
Who's Russell Brand playing? Is he playing Brad, or is he playing,
He's got to be playing...
He's going to be Frankenfurter.
Okay. Who played Frank...
That was Tim Curry, the original.
Tim Curry, sure.
Curry,
okay. Yeah, he looks like he'd be a Tim Curry.
I actually liked it. Susan Sarandon was in that. I mean, Meatloaf had a part. I actually liked the music from that. It's a great soundtrack.
This Russell Brand is blown up, and he was on our couch. We'll never see him again.
No, you will not.
He is blown up. He's hosting the MTV, what? Which one are they doing? Music,
I think
video?
It's music.
Okay, yeah, he's hosting that. He was a hit in that movie.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. He's just blown up in front of our eyes.
Rocky Horror used to be
Mike.
on
No problem.
Cinema 100 all the time. That was my first cable system with the big box on top of the TV with one switch and a key.
Clunk.
It was like a nuclear missile site. You had to turn the key and press the button.
Turn the key to watch porn, though. How cool is that?
You turn the key, you flip the switch over, put TV on channel 3, and then that was it. And they sent you a little guide of the week's movies. And on the weekends, late at night, you'd always get little softcore porno, Emanuela.
We're all jaded, though, now. Remember the first time you realized you could get porn through your TV?
Oh,
how amazing that day was? And now it's just everywhere.
Now 2 girls,
but
1
like you
cup.
said, you turned the key and you went from boring, like Jim McKay crap to holy
to
whoa.
To that movie Cheerleaders that was always on.
I remember Cheerleaders.
That
was that the movie with the father?
It was the movie we watched clips of it here. It's where the cheerleaders went to the opposing team the night before the big game and had sex with all of them, so they would be all tired. And wow, it was made in the 70s because not a razor had touched any of these girls.
Sure.
Maybe under the arms, but
I think there was a scene in that movie too where father and cheerleader got together.
Oh yeah,
it was like he's. if I remember, he's like in his lounge chair watching TV, and all of a sudden, oh, hi, Mr. Johnson. I just came down for a glass of water.
How are you?
How are you, Misty?
And there was another movie called Fairy Tales.
I remember Fairy
And
Tales.
These
things were on like all the time.
It was It was a version of a bunch of fairy tales.
It was X-rated fairy tales.
Yeah, that was done in X-rated fashion. They had a bunch of midgets as like elves, and then the main character would go through this castle and come up with all these fairy tale characters, but they were all naked, and he'd have sex with them.
Dude, when I figured
And now I saw the guy in like a car commercial.
Oh, really?
That was like an older guy in a caddy commercial. Yeah, it's really funny. You seem like, that's the lead guy from Fairy Tales.
Well, the head writer for CSI, I forget, what Ben Stiller did that movie about in Permanent Midnight was, I think he used to write a lot of porn, or he did something with porn.
Really?
I was just reading online in the early 80s porn. I wish I had more on the story, but I don't, so I'll shut up.
Something with porn. You did porn in the store.
The CSI
porn.
Dude, did you do what I did growing up, though? Like, I think we're from a different generation where we all watch TV together as a family. Did you do that growing up?
No, I was
with the Love Boat and the Brady Bunch and all that crap. And then
sat there alone.
And you knew you would look on the TV with the big box with the key, and you go, yeah, I know what I could see. If I turn that key, and you would just wait for everybody. And I was in a large family, one of 7 kids. One by one, waiting for everyone to go to bed.
Just leave.
Making excuses why I was still up. Oh, the Knicks are playing a West Coast basketball game tonight. I'm going to stay up for that. They're playing the Lakers tonight. And then one by one, and then Dad would decide to watch the game with you. I'm like, I didn't even want to watch the effing game. And then we'd watch the game, and finally he'd go to bed around 2 in the morning, and then you'd do the click, turn down the audio really, really low.
There it is.
And then just go to town.
You'd watch naked girls.
It was like being in heaven when you were like...
Yeah, it was great.
13, 14, 15, around that age.
Right there on your TV.
Unbelievable.
I used to try to put on MTV to get my father to go to bed early because there was a scene in Stir Crazy where the girls are all dancing and their asses were so amazing.
Oh.
And I wanted to... That scene was coming up. And my father's just sitting there yapping. I was like, MTV will get him booted.
Yeah.
I walked in one time because I used to have pornos laying around, and my dad was sitting on the floor, and I realized he was watching one of my pornos. I think I almost walked in on something really awful.
Oh, gee, you don't want to walk in on that.
I think if I didn't jiggle my keys so much coming in, I think I would have.
Was jiggling something else?
Oh, God.
I told the story a few times, but came in from a late night of drinking with the high school boys, and all of a sudden I go in the living room to say goodnight to my dad. There's some kind of hardcore porno on the screen, and he's in the middle of like major sleep apnea.
Oh no!
And I had to wake him up to tell him I was home. And he sees the TV, and there's just some horrific scene. Oh, how did this get on the tube? Just in mid, just awful, wide open mouth snore.
Just rolled over on the remote.
Right.
I don't know what happened.
And I looked at my dad like, good boy. Good to know, Dad.
Yeah, you don't want to walk in on your dad watching gay porn.
Oh, God.
Fast asleep.
Oh, hello, son.
Yeah.
All fumbling for the remote.
Yeah.
And
Diesel Men, the kissing series.
We're going to keep this between you and I, right? Mom doesn't have to know about this.
That wasn't what you thought it was. Right. What? I saw 2 muscular men kissing.
Right.
Yeah, well... Let me have a little talk with you. So there's something about your dad you need to know. No, there isn't.
I'm going to be Brianna by the end of summer.
Brianna.
Yeah, uncomfortable that talk must be.
Son. Oh, God. Thanks, Danny. Just punches up 2 muscle men just making out.
I'm a little worried that Danny was able to find that so fast.
Danny can find gay porn in a second.
Quite impressed.
That's it.
Quite impressed with your abilities over there, Danny.
We were over at the office over on the other side there, Satellite, and Derek, for some reason, had just gay porn going on the computer. And before we knew it, we all were just gathered around laughing our asses off and watching some of the most horrific gay porno. But it was hysterical. You're like, how do they do that? I'm like, oh, that's ugh. That must smell bad.
Jimmy, nice, right?
Yeah. It's just muscle guys with tats, and they're being all sensitive with each other.
Here's what's going on in
This
this
guy's
awful
just
shot.
putting his whole mouth on the guy's chin. Nice, right?
Two guys facing each other, both have tattoos and muscles, and the one is holding the neck of the other one up gently,
Yeah.
and then licking his razor stubble. Like, both men have like 5 o'clock shadows.
Dude, that is so much worse than just pure, like, gay sex. To watch, I'm talking. You know, if Derek has it on the computer. But, like, that whole sensitive kissing thing is just disturbing.
That picture wouldn't be sexy if it was two girls.
No.
Someone licking the neck.
It's like the neck and chin.
Yeah, it's just creepy.
Was there shenanigans going on over at XM on Friday?
Shenanigans.
Anyone talking yet? Mm-hmm.
Shenanigans.
I heard shenanigans.
It was Ron and Fezzi were playing. What were they playing? Family Feud.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
and I was, one of the contestants
Mm-hmm.
on Family Feud.
Did you win?
No, I was horrible. I choked.
Did you really?
Yeah, I wound up going for like the big money, and I had to name certain things. The first thing was name something you'd wear a suit, an event you'd wear a suit to.
What?
It was name something that an event that you would dress up for.
Oh, you would dress up for. That was it. And I said the opera.
Oh my God!
Which got a 0.
What a jerk
I
off.
said the opera. And all I thought right after opera came out of my mouth was wedding. Wedding, you idiot.
Can we get that clip? That clip should be on our show today. Were there shenanigans going on over at XM? Mm-hmm. I'm looking around. Mm-hmm.
I love watching it.
I'm looking at everyone's eyes.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans?
I don't know. There was a lot
Danny?
going on, is what it was.
All right. No one's talking.
Ron and Fez.
All right. No one's talking. It's all right. Danny, let me look at your eyes again. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shenanigans.
And let me look at.
Shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, Danny.
Wow, wow, wee, wow.
I don't think so.
That's not a wow, wow, wee,
There's
wow.
two guys with just major razor stubble.
Wow.
They must chafe a lot.
Oh, awful.
And one guy is just a hairy mess.
Can we bring the hotness back to the show, please?
Oh, thank you, Danny.
Chavez from Nutley. Chavez. Or Chavez. Or Chavez. What's your name there?
Chavez.
I don't like the way you say, can we bring the hotness back? Chavez.
Well, it's hotter than what we're,
Oh.
not saying that's not hot. I understand, guys, but let's try to get even hotter. Yes. What do you got?
I'm pretty hot now. I got a Jimmy mustache now.
Oh.
Jimmy
congrats.
shaved his mustache, and we're very disappointed about that.
It was a hit.
Anyway, when I got a good porn story.
Okay.
When I was living with my parents, my dad had the box downstairs and had the good porn on it. I didn't have it upstairs. So I'd wait till they both went out for dinner, and then I would run downstairs, start the show, and I had to, angle my chair so I could see the driveway, and it was, so rare that they both were out of the house that I would, be in heaven down there, and I have to wait till they come. I see the headlights coming up the driveway. That's it. Tissue time, run upstairs.
You got to time it right, man. If people are coming home, you don't get walked in on.
Oh, really?
All right. Thank you, sir.
There's a new Family Feud host now.
Oh,
is there?
awful.
He's terrible.
Who is he? Isn't he the guy?
Putty.
Oh, Putty's doing it now?
It is. Thank you for bringing that up.
Wasn't the other guy from Seinfeld doing it for a while?
Michael Richards?
Peterman?
Oh.
Yeah, Michael Richards.
He had an issue with a black family.
All right. We have a team of Jerry. A whole team of
Wow.
What?
Got a lot of the word out that time.
No, not even close.
You're losing your touch, my friend.
No, I knew because of Michael Richards, so everyone knew what he said.
Sure. Putty is awful. I was watching it during our break, and I had to watch every night just because it was so awful.
Yeah, it's a new set now. They're trying to be
it's a tiny
Millennium
little set.
Yeah, it's a
Really?
tiny set. They're still giving away the same amount of money, which just you have Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and all these possible shows where people walk away with $30,000, $150,000.
Yeah.
And these dopes are giving away $20,000, or you still get $5 for every.
Well,
point.
you get $5 a point. $5.
$5.
Oh, God, Danny.
Can we stop with that, please?
And there's
two men just with underwear on, tighty whities.
Well, reaching in for some
and
goodness.
They're guys looking for something.
I wasn't that happy reaching into my Halloween bag. But I love the way that the family. I love when they panic when they're doing, and they all clap for each other. It's just so fun.
Yeah.
Name a U.S. president. Taft.
Yeah, Taft. Let's go. And they know the answer just sucks. That was exactly the way it went on Ron and Fez on Friday.
Stunt Brain, get us a bad Family Feud audio featuring Putty for tomorrow.
Is it Putty? Because they've got on the Family Feud site, it's John O'Hurley.
Oh,
John,
it's Peterman.
It's Peterman.
Yeah, Peterman. I'm sorry. Why did I say
okay.
Putty? Ann was right the whole time.
I was like, wow, they're just culling the Seinfeld show.
Sorry. But yes, you're right.
Yes,
I look at
big
him.
hit.
I look at him and think that he has to have bad breath.
Really?
He just has that look, just dry, stale breath.
Terrible host. What a bore.
It's really bad.
That show stinks.
Almost as bad as us talking about how bad.
Yeah,
Family Feud is.
Mm-hmm.
That's how bad it is.
Steve Martin, who makes me sick, had the best line ever when he was doing I Believe, and one of the things he said that he believes was that the Family Feud should be fought with guns. He said it in like the mid-'70s. I guess that's the last Family Feud joke that should have ever been done. But here we are, bringing it up again. $5 for every point.
Thanks.
$900.
$5. Yeah, thanks.
2008, you tools.
Yeah, let's get the prices up. Take the wig, New Hampshire. Thank you. Yeah, it's not Putty. What am I thinking? John O'Hurley. Yes, of course. Opie and Anthony, get us out of here, Danny.
Ooh. Is this Foundry?
Born, come on.
Oh, I thought it was Foundry. Vocal stylings of Stephen Carr.
Steve's sick today. Get out of my way. Rumor has it he shaved his beard and mustache, so we're going to give him some hell tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Opie and Anthony on your radio dial.
Confirmed that he looks stupid.
Yeah, I think that's why he called in. He realized it was a horrible idea getting rid of all that facial hair. Hey, we got to go to Ronnie in Florida. Ronnie, what's up?
Yeah, I just want to talk about how these local news stations made us so scared of big tropical storm Faye and here in Pensacola. And yesterday was probably the most beautiful day of the year. You got the libraries are closed, everything's closed. You got round-the-clock news coverage. It was so sunny and beautiful. They kept going back to showing like Central Florida flooding, and like for 3 days we were on warning and don't go out. We're going to get 10 inches of rain. There's going to be 55-mile-an-hour winds. And yesterday I went for a beautiful mile-and-a-half walk with my kids in 75-degree sunny weather.
Yeah. It was sunny, blue skies, and they're still trying the fear tactics.
It was the most awesome day of the year.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
And we're like 3 days of warnings and driving humidity.
Faye decided to leave Florida alone finally after what were you described it perfectly on Friday.
The hurricane or whatever it was, tropical storm after a while, started becoming one of those little balls on the paddle with the elastic string. It just wouldn't leave them alone.
No.
More importantly, so you said the libraries were closed. Let's get to the bottom of that. Who's really even going to the library anymore? When you have a computer. But hold on.
I took my kids to the library.
Not to interrupt you, sir, but I thought when I said, who's going to the library anymore, I looked across the room and it looked like Stunt Brain mouthed it.
What did he say?
No,
he
he
goes
doesn't.
to the library.
I like to peruse the microfilm.
What do you do besides maybe, wear like tight sweatpants and hang out in the children's section?
No, I go almost every week.
For what?
For what?
I don't have a lot of magazine subscriptions, and you can get tons of magazine subscriptions.
You get every magazine here.
But you can
It's
get
called a computer.
Yeah.
You can get any information online that you can get anywhere in a library. I don't
He's
understand.
old school.
What do you do?
I
Read
do
people at the?
No, I read a lot of financial magazines.
When I'm
car
home,
mags.
when I'm home reading the Encyclopedia Britannica,
But it's comfortable. It's free.
my
and,
Time Life books.
and I'm cheap.
Are you a chiseler?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, man.
But you can also get all the new books when they come out right at the library too.
And it's a great place to meet the
I got
ladies.
Jimmy's book at the library, by the way.
Thank
Did you really?
Not
Really?
not in Mississippi, and certain in the Jackson system. You didn't. They banned
Why
it as a
give
reference
Jimmy
book.
any money?
Jeez, why would you think they would allow that book?
Why wouldn't they? They have books. They have Mein Kampf.
Pile it up and burn it.
Oh,
they
man,
like
with
that
the
one.
French talk.
All right, thank you, Ronnie. Hey, we didn't mention we meant to last week, but we had too much material. That guy who listed you as a hero that's in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, do we not have that? I mean, it was a guy. He was in Pennsylvania.
We had it last week, but he did some horrific crime, and then They checked out his MySpace because that's what they do now?
Yeah.
You do something wrong, and they used to go to your yearbook. Now they go to your MySpace
All
page.
they had was your yearbook photo.
Yeah.
Now, they got your whole MySpace page, profile, everything.
He apparently kidnapped and raped or allegedly raped a 14-year-old girl. That's what they're accusing him of doing.
Just a horrible, horrible crime. And they checked out his MySpace. And in his favorite section, or Heroes, it had all these...
He's got it right there.
Oh.
All these rapists.
Oh, here. See, we had it from last week. Excerpts from Derek, whatever his last name is, MySpace page, Heroes. This is his heroes, child molesters and deadbeat dads. I mean, really, how much of a stripper and prostitute shortage would there be without these guys? And then right after that, his next hero is Jim Norton, comedian.
Wow.
And then right after that is Scott Peterson, Edmund Kemper, Mary Bell, I don't know Mary Bell, Carl Panzram, you don't know, Lawrence Bittaker?
Lawrence, he was a brutal one.
A bad boy? What did Lawrence do?
Lawrence Bittaker, from what I know, he was released for something, and him and another convict tortured a couple of girls with like pliers and stuff in a van for a couple of days. And I think there's actually audio of it that the FBI has.
Wow.
He's a bad guy.
What about Roy Norris?
Don't know Roy Norris.
What about, Ted Bundy, of course.
Oh, he was the naughty one.
How about Robert Hansen?
Don't know.
It's
Hopefully,
the cute little one.
In parentheses, it says all infamous killers.
That's
after
the media
Robert
put
Hansen.
that. The media put comedian and all infamous killers. He didn't have that on his page.
Oh, okay. To name just a few, but Jim Norton made this guy's heroes list.
All right. Grats.
Edmund Kemper too.
Yeah.
The co-ed killer from California, big 6'6" monster.
He's a naughty boy.
Yeah, there's a great story Robert Ressler told. He was like one of the FBI pioneering profilers about being in a cell with Kemper, interviewing him, and then Kemper said something like, what's to prevent me right now from just killing you? Because he's 6'6". He's a big boy. And he's like, I'd be a hero in here if I killed an FBI agent. And Ressler kind of was like, well, you think I'd come in here without my weapon? And
I should have known. Weapons aren't allowed.
He's like, let me see it. And he's like, I'm not going to show it to you. But he psyched him out. He psyched out the guy.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the guy's like, I was just kidding, right? But he said it was really scary.
Yeah. I'm only joking.
In April 1973, Kemper battered his mother to death with a pick hammer while she slept. He used her decapitated head, that's right, for blank sex, before using it as a dartboard. He also cut out her vocal cords and put them in the garbage disposal.
Oh.
But the machine could not break the tough tissue down and regurgitate it back into the sink. That seemed appropriate, he said after his arrest, as much as she'd bitched and screamed and yelled at me over so many years.
You know, it's funny. I read Kemper's account of what he did, and there's one account where he was talking about what he did. He killed his mother, and he killed her friend. And he said that he humiliated his mother's corpse.
Oh, humiliated it.
That's why, obviously, cutting the head off and then getting some kind of section from the head is awful.
Wow.
And this guy knows who Robert Hansen is. Joe, Jersey, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, mister.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Robert Hansen, he was like a serial killer up in Alaska. And what he would do is he would, capture prostitutes, and then he would release them into the wild and then hunt them down.
No way.
Wow.
That's exactly what he would do.
How much sort of head start would he give him?
I don't know. I have a book about it, but I forgot what it was exactly.
And how much land did he own?
I don't think it was land that he owned. He just was out
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of weird if it was land of his own, you know?
That is creepy, huh?
Yeah.
Did any get away, bro?
No, they eventually caught him.
No. Did any of the prostitutes actually get away?
I don't know.
Probably would release him without shoes and,
I'm sure it wasn't a fair fight.
Probably not a winter coat to be had.
Yeah, or just you wear one hat, but it's orange, and it makes a noise. Beeps.
And they're just, screaming, trying to get away.
Cold feet in the Alaskan. That's
Oh,
terrible.
it's nice.
All right, we're going to try to find out more on Robert Hansen.
All right, later, guys.
Thank you.
No one cares about prostitutes, it seems. They're really fair game for just sick guys that want to do horrid things.
Well, they're expected to be missing, too. It's like they're not going to look for them right away.
Yeah. Nobody really goes to the cops right away and reports him missing. Mm-hmm. And then when they do, they go, oh, yeah, she was a hooker. Well, who knows? She could run off to another city or, but, yeah, they're fair game. Wow.
He would then, here it is. He began killing prostitutes around 1980. He would pay them, have sex and everything, and then he would kidnap and rape them And he'd fly them actually out to his cabin. So it was his cabin in his private plane. And then he would stalk and kill him with a hunting knife. And do you know what a .223 caliber rifle is?
Yes. I own one.
Oh, it's a Ruger. I should have known. Probably for the same purposes. After he would release them into his basement and then his small Long Island yard, and he'd shoot them in his cold jacuzzi. They would hop in the pool and freeze to death.
Not anymore, my friend.
Oh, did you fix it?
You're cordially invited over to probably the hottest jacuzzi on the face of the earth. It pumps lava out of
I
it.
may go this weekend.
Okay.
I mean, for the entire weekend, just me alone, just to see block.
Oh.
If you're trying to get laid, I'll just keep popping up and talking show stuff. Dude, you gotta tell her about the time you did the voice. And you're like, all right, gotta get
All right, shut up. Turn the heat off so he leaves.
Oh, okay. There was, I guess, on June of '83, which is 3 years after he started, this one hooker went to the police and identified Hanson as the guy who had raped and kidnapped her. I'm not sure if it's if she got away. I'm going to say that she must have gotten away.
Why don't we know more about this guy? Like when you talk,
he was a hack.
When you talk serial killers, his name doesn't come up that often. But wow, this is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't.
With the private plane and and hunting them.
Yeah.
In the wilderness.
Could you go down a little, Danny? I want to see how many people he killed. Maybe he didn't kill enough people to.
True.
Yeah, turn over his baseball card.
I don't have
What's
a good
the stats?
his
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
In his rookie year.
He did 15. That's not bad.
15?
In 3 years, that's
That's
good.
not bad.
Wow.
5 wins a year. It's better than Carl Pavano.
Carl Pavano joke in the middle of this. Nice.
Old Stump Brain has some facts.
I hate to take the Wikipedia down, but Bob eventually confessed to 17 killings, which he referred to as his summertime project.
Okay.
And he turned over a map to the authorities of where he had buried all the people.
Arr.
I love the serial killers that are just so sick. They're like, I'm not going to tell you where they are.
Yeah. Not going to tell you.
Sorry.
He said he hopes to eventually become a writer and write his own story.
Oh, that's cool.
That's very nice.
That's a nice goal.
He profits well off of it.
A lot of times, serial killers will use like the bodies where they're hidden to avoid the death penalty, or to try to get something. They'll kind of dangle that.
And they'll tease that for years.
Yeah, it's like, I might give it to you if you give me immunity from the death penalty. Or...
All right, then I'm not going to tell you where the 100 bodies are.
And then there's some that won't, because I think certain ones they just don't want to confess to for whatever reason.
Well, because that's part of the psychological thing in their heads. They're just sick Fs. Hey, a quick story before we get out of here. Listen to this. Some sexiness. Why do you think we're playing that?
Because I know exactly what that is.
I know, but you got to make believe you don't.
I know.
You got to be like Joe Listener.
All right.
Why would we play that?
Because we're perverts. We're homosexuals.
I can't answer because I'm just a listener.
It's this enthusiasm for tennis that has seen Lauren Edwards kicked off the court.
Wow.
Kicked off the court?
Kicked off?
For moaning too loudly.
What?
This is the thing in tennis. This is the only reason to watch female tennis.
Yeah.
We got the U.S. Open happening, starting today here in New York?
That is hot.
And there's going to be a lot of girls doing this moan thing. Oof. It's the new thing.
The 9-year-old has been banned from playing in the Northern Suburbs junior tennis competition because she grunts too loudly.
Wow, I think the reporter really got into his story.
Wow.
She's 9?
Anyone notice the...
Oh, my God, are you kidding?
Wait, she's 9 years old?
Did I?
Okay.
Oh, they did
Oops.
say that. Okay.
Oops.
But still, that's not even a sexual thing. Just grunting like that, it's like you're doing a physical activity.
Hey.
Problem.
But the reporter, it looked like he had something else to say, but he was just like...
And then, let's just listen.
Yeah, listen.
Suburbs junior tennis competition because she grunts too loudly.
It's more of a natural thing for me to make my noise and everything. So, like, I'd say if I don't make my noise, I wouldn't play my very, very best.
Lauren, who has been playing tennis since the age of 4, suffers from attention deficit disorder, and the game helps her focus.
Oh,
her and
boy.
her family have been left shattered by the ban.
Unless I can physically guarantee that she makes no noise, she's not allowed to play again.
Yeah.
Which means she's not allowed to play again. going to say, it makes it pretty tough, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. This comes natural to her, so.
Thank God she'll forget and won't
Sam
care
Edmund,
about it in
Herald Sun
a
Online.
minute or two.
Oh, wow, she is 9. What the heck?
She makes noise. Like, what's wrong with that? When she's playing, she's like, you're swinging a racket and hitting something.
Is she cute or ugly, kid?
She's 9.
I mean, cute or ugly? Kids are cute.
Cute kid.
Or ugly? Okay. I'm just saying. You know, if it was an ugly kid, then kick her off. If she's not, if she's going to grow up into a, Sharapova-looking chick, let her stay.
And
That's my criteria.
All the pros are grunting at this
All
point.
of them.
So
Yeah.
she's just kind of imitating what she sees the pros doing.
There you go.
We'll put that
Looks like
video
that
up
little-
on O&A Radio.
Little kid from Sixth Sense.
Which one?
The little Haley Joel Osment
Oh, yeah.
with long hair.
How creepy was it when Haley Joe in Sixth Sense gets up to tinkle, and you see the little flash of the body walking
Oh,
down the
yeah.
hallway?
That movie's really creepy.
Yeah.
That's one of M. Night's only
He's only
good
good
one.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, you were about to say one of?
Yeah, I know. I was like one of. No, it's the only one.
I hear he's really difficult to work with, too. Like, he
He's a
doesn't like
douche.
suggestions.
Oh, please. He's such a genius.
Yeah, we get it. Twist.
Twist. Yes, twist.
We get it. Oh, you mean they're all living in modern times?
Great.
Oh, he is a bore.
The best was the aliens that were afraid of water, and they came to Earth.
75% water.
Dumbest
The
thing
planet
ever.
is covered with it, and they want to come to this planet.
There's a lot of planets they could have chosen.
It's like, let's go to a planet. If we
Right.
went to a planet that was covered with hydrochloric acid.
Yeah. Not only that, it rains.
It
quite
rains
frequently.
the same stuff. Yeah, you wouldn't even know. You get caught out in the rain, you're dead.
And these aliens could travel from other galaxies, but they haven't
Yeah.
figured out the rain thing yet. Oh, God, is he a hack? A one-hit hack. See you tomorrow.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
XM 202.
In the world of radio shock jocks, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice.
Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio Bad Boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
What happened to you?
I put 380 to my chest and I pulled the trigger. Hey, how did help show up for you?
The question is, why did help show up for you?
This is where entertainment is going.
They are sick freaks. Right, so you're kind of like transvestite or transsexual. Sorry. Okay.
On your underwear, do you have a sign that says, "Pardon our appearance for remodeling"?
This is the worst.
The worst show This is the worst show I've ever been on.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning, XMers. Good morning, Sirius XMers.
Sirius XMers.
Soon to be Sirius, I'm sure.
This is odd.
They'll be dropping that XM pronto. What's odd?
I don't know. My sound machine is right in front of me.
Yeah.
It's never right here. It's always off to my right.
Right.
And if I try to move it, the wire pulls, and then it covers all of my buttons.
What are
my
those
little dumb
buttons?
talk, cough, on, off.
Try hitting a button.
What, over here?
Yeah. That's what I thought. He's got them switched. I'll switch them.
You dumb Who did that?
I think Mars is not here today, so we have a replacement.
Oh, all right.
Oh, well.
Who's his replacement?
Good job.
Good job. Good job.
A chimpanzee.
I got video game thumb today.
What were you playing?
Hot Shots.
Oh, a little golf game?
I can't get enough of the video Golf games.
Golf games are a lot of fun.
I love the golf games. And then Travis tells me that 2009 Tiger Woods comes out tomorrow. Oh, fuck, am I in trouble?
Oh, you're going to have a lot of occupied time.
Our gaming, well, now you don't have a microphone.
There you go.
So.
I just turned it back on.
Oh, all right.
I'm good like that.
Yeah, our gaming is a bit different. I go for the golf games. That's my thing. I go for the golf games.
Yeah.
That's my...
I like war games. Mm-hmm. First-person shooters. I like them better on the computer than I do on my console, but, I get the Xbox out for a Call of Duty. No real good games kicking me in the ass, though, lately. I've been pretty good without playing games. Sucks.
That's not like you not to play games.
I know.
Playing
and my
new game.
PC's broke.
It's called Empty My Ball Bag.
That's what I was getting at, Jimmy, but God bless you.
Empty my ball.
Who are you kidding? You're too distracted to know what video games are out there right now.
I just know there's a couple. My PC is broken, too. I have my Mac, which I love.
The old days.
But I don't play games on it.
The old days, your PC would be broken for maybe a half a day. What's going on?
You're absolutely right. It
now
would
you're
be.
like, I'll get to that eventually. I got other things to do.
Well, my house was being remodeled.
Yeah, your house, sure.
My desk is being assembled.
Yeah.
The electricians are supposed to come in, wire, network, and things, and so everything's in the basement.
I got to get that new game. Where is it? It's a new game called Here's Some Cumsies. Let's drain these babies.
Here's some cumsies.
Mm-hmm. So you don't play video games anymore? You're finally growing up, I guess?
No. I love video games, and I still play them. I just, my computer's fucked. So I have to get a new one. I haven't gotten a new one in probably a couple of years.
No, you got a new one.
No, a computer in a couple of years.
Computer, right. I mean...
That's what I'm saying. It's, it's very difficult not having a PC.
Yeah.
Because I can't play the cool games.
I get you.
Yeah.
I was into Luminous for a while. Luminous was a cool game with the buttery beats. We went over the buttery beats thing.
Right.
I'm more into the golf games. I'm going through Hot Shots again on the...
Hot shot? You're a real hot shot.
Shots with the advanced shot because then I want to take people on online. I want to be the best online.
Oh, that's tough to do.
Well, that's why I'm going through the entire game again. And I almost did the whole game in one day yesterday. Almost. And then my thumbs, I couldn't feel them anymore. And then I got the dry eyeballs. I haven't had dry eyeballs and sore thumbs in a long time.
I haven't had, video game hangover you get. It's, your thumbs hurt or whatever you're using, whatever kind of controller you're using, those fingers, your wrist will hurt, and your eyes just, you can't move them the next day.
Why can't human beings, just push down the button lightly? Why do we always have to go, no, no,
you got to push
really hard.
And then you got to turn the controller, like that's going to help.
Yeah, yeah.
Get the gun on the side.
Yeah. I'm almost ready to announce my my PlayStation 3 online name. Almost. When I'm ready for a competition, then I will make the official announcement. I'll take on all golfers because I'm a gamer.
Give out the name.
Yeah, and then we'll play some golf.
That's a biggie.
We'll play some golf.
It's a big step because then every young gunslinger thinks they could come in and take you down. Mm-hmm. When you give your name out.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me with Call of Duty 4, and I sucked.
Did you really?
I can play console. I fucking can't. The controller, not as easy as keyboard and mouse. We've been through that argument 1,000 times, but keyboard and mouse, so easy to hone in on your target. A lot easier than a fucking controller.
Yeah, PS3 on the TV is pretty damn good, though.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're an X game guy, but Xbox guy.
Yeah.
Although, I'm getting a lot of pressure to buy a Wii.
Don't do it.
It's a good party game, though.
Party game. If your parties entail playing Wii,
not a good.
Throw yourself out the window. Use the Wii to break the window on whatever floor you're on, and then follow your Wii out.
You know what's a good party game? Hey, it's dark. Whose mouth is that on my dick?
Holy shit.
That's a fun party game.
Party game is, I'm getting a blowjob.
Or, what is that you're shooting in my mouth? They blew a load in your hair. Now, drink this salty chaser. Buzz off.
Pat the Trucker, Team Fortress 2 is out.
Yeah, I know. I played it. I actually like the classic Team Fortress better. I like the cartoony looking characters, and the original I liked a little better. Yeah, the graphics are kind of a little cartoony for me.
Mm-hmm.
Graphics very important to Anthony. Graphics and gameplay, of course. Gameplay first, but graphics very important. I need to be immersed in the game. I want to feel like I'm in a movie and kind of controlling where it's going.
Right.
And if the graphics stink, it doesn't really give you that immersion into the game.
What else is important to Anthony?
Let me think. The Opie and Anthony show.
Mm-hmm.
And then my family comes second to the show, because without the show, the family would disown me.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Norton is on the list somewhere.
Ice cubes for the jacuzzi.
He won't let that jacuzzi thing go.
I have got it so blazing hot now. I finally figured it out, and it gets ridiculous hot where you could cook in that fucking thing.
Can I ask Jimmy something, though? So his jacuzzi was a little cold, Jimmy? Freezing. Really?
Yeah.
It wasn't freezing. It just wasn't hot.
Why wouldn't you make sure the jacuzzi's ready to go if you're having this big shindig over at your pad?
Picture it like XM.
Mm-hmm.
When you put a mic out, or CBS even, when you put a mic out, because we're having a guest, and they walk up to it and the mic doesn't work.
Yeah, sure.
That's exactly what it was like.
Why would it be hot?
Why would it be?
Why would
exactly. And then later on, you figure it out when it's too late.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, now, but you might have it too hot. There's got to be a way to balance it so it's warm and it's hot and yet not uncomfortable.
Well, the trick is to not have, because I got a little waterfall, and it spills out of the jacuzzi into the pool. The trick is to turn that off. So you're not circulating the hot water into the pool. It stays in the jacuzzi. Now, there was a point where I was trying to figure this out. I had the waterfall on, and Big Kev came into the hot tub the night of the party.
Actually into the hot tub?
Yes. Actually into the hot tub.
He kept trying to rub his feet on my bag. It's creepy. Tickle my bag with his big toes.
But I'm noticing that the level of the hot tub is going up, up, up. Now, I'm not saying when he got in this happened, but after a while, I'm noticing it got to the point where the water is now bubbling over the top of the jacuzzi. So I look around going, what the fuck is going on? Big Kev, it seems, had leaned against the opening that the waterfall comes out of and completely blocked the waterfall.
It's the same reason he's blocked from going to Niagara, New York. They asked him never to return.
Oh, Jesus. So he moved, and it looked like a log flume ride coming out of the out of the jacuzzi.
That was a fun party, though, man.
Yes,
it was a great night. Just
yes. Well, I'll have more, and the jacuzzi's fixed.
I look forward to coming back over.
You'll like it. But I will appreciate if you don't urinate in the jacuzzi.
Did you?
Oh,
40 times, perhaps.
He's
the water
pissing like crazy.
Me, and I would just be talking. All of a sudden, I'm like, and it would just trickle out. It was so wonderful. It was like being in the womb.
Thank God it circulates. The water circulates so fast.
Nice, right?
Everyone makes a tinkle in there. Who are we kidding? Let's all open up here. The worst is a hot jacuzzi, though, where you got to grab your cock and then slowly fucking steep your bag in there a little bit because it's scalding.
That's exactly what happened last night. I could not fucking get to the point where I could get my bag into the fucking pool. It was into the jacuzzi. It was that hot.
Really?
Had to cool it down.
That's awesome.
Crazy.
I like to look like a lobster when I get out.
Oh yeah, cooked.
I want to have some sexual interaction in a jacuzzi. I never had that.
Well,
I would love some sexual interaction.
Find someone else's jacuzzi.
Yeah,
Going to be cleaning out that filter. It needs to backwash. You backwash and just slime comes out. Fucking cumsies.
Yeah, it'll look like the fucking pond when white pond scum washes up.
God. What else does Anthony like?
Oh my God. I like
where are we at so far? The show.
Yeah. My fam.
Your family.
Of course.
Your house, I guess.
My house, I like that. My cars. Very materialistic.
Anthony likes guns, cars, and pussy.
Guns, my guns, yes. Love my guns. My brand new Colt.
Okay.
Oh, fucking thing's great. And I guess that's it.
That's it.
I don't have animals,
Mm-hmm.
which is good because they rip up everything else I've mentioned on the list.
Yep.
And
animals are faggots.
You got to get baby turtles.
Why?
Because
they stink.
Somebody from the Philly crew has baby turtles that they rock.
Don't they smell?
They rock. You get them in the salt water. I think they're salt water. Big
Really?
tank, and they rock around. Yeah.
What could they possibly do that's fun?
They swim their asses off.
Like a sea monkey.
And they bother any fish you buy.
Really?
Can you pick them up and hold them, or fucking? If you yell, "Hey, come here!" to the turtle, come here.
Nah, it's just rocking and rolling in the freaking.
And whatnot.
I'm gonna go get some fish. I decided.
Fish?
Yeah.
Too much work.
They die.
I'll get somebody to do all
You
that.
can't get the gunk. You can't let the fish get the gunk or the fin rot. Oh, my fish has fin rot.
No, it was the ick.
Oh, the ick. My fish has the ick.
Guppies used to get ick.
And fin rot because I didn't take care of the tank. Too much algae. I didn't scrape it with that razor blade thing.
And my dad wouldn't clean the fish tank properly, and we'd have guppies galore, and we'd be excited. We'd come running down every morning to see the baby guppies in the little baby tank that's inside the big tank, and then when they get big enough, they go into the big tank.
Right,
all
the
that
baby
fun stuff.
tank. I remember those.
And then the ick would take over, and everything would die within 2 days.
From the ick.
How often do you got to change? Like, if we want to get like a really big saltwater
Every
tank?
hour.
Oh, that's not bad. I actually thought it was every 3 minutes. It's very hard to sleep. You got to keep waking up, emptying the tank, and resalting.
Saltwater tanks are very difficult.
Yeah. Are they?
Very difficult to maintain.
How do you do it?
You just figure it out.
How do you get salt in there?
But I think that's just it.
Is it table salt? Regular salt?
No, I
Sea
think
salt?
it's some kind of special exotic salt.
Is it?
I think so. You got to buy it at the pet store.
When I put a fish tank in my dumb apartment
You
anyway.
just go down the local beach and get a few gallons.
A few gallons of salt water,
and
throw
just
it in
there.
Yeah.
And then
You're good to
temperature is like crazy. You got to keep up on the temperature with those tropical saltwater fish.
For fish that are used to living in nature, they are very
pain in the ass to take in your house.
Very particular, man.
I had a fish die when I had it. I took it out and put it on the sofa and watched television.
No, you didn't.
We did. We watched the Worm Channel.
The Worm
I mean, my fish died. I walked them.
So, Ant, your what you like list is complete, right?
We were transferring some fish from one tank into a temporary tank while we cleaned the fish tank.
Sure.
And Dawn's little angelfish. She had an angelfish, of course, because it's little Dawn.
Impossible to keep alive.
Little angelfish. Well,
we tried.
Well, this was a good idea. Taking it from one tank, which was in the living room, in through the kitchen, where the other tank was in one of the sinks. So, fill it up and stuff. And in the other sink was scalding water where plates were soaking.
Come on.
Guess where the angelfish jumped out of the little net?
Oopsie.
Right over the scalding water. And Dawn's like, "Get it quick. Is it okay?" It was a black angelfish. It was white when it came out of the water and totally dead. It had cooked. It had cooked a little bit. Yes? Oh.
No.
Damn it.
Oh, that?
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yes. How did I miss it?
Let's say hi to John. And I don't have a mouse, so I can't say hi to anyone. Where's the other mousey?
Oh, is that this one?
Phone.
Thank you. I want to get my fucking stitches out of my nose.
So I want them out, too.
Oops. Stitches in my nose.
John in Rochester. John, what's up?
Hey, the saltwater tank is the hardest part about it is setting it up. It's actually pretty easy to maintain. It maintains itself. It's just when you first set one up, it takes like 4 weeks before you can even put a fish in because it's got to gain its bacteria and all that.
Wait, 4 weeks, really?
Well, it has to get those levels up. What is that? The
pH?
The pH levels have to be perfect, and you have to do.
It's a pH level. It's a nitrous and a noxus level. It's a acid level. It's like everything has to be.
Fuck that.
because we tried this when we were growing up. We went from like just raising guppies, and we're ready for the saltwater tank.
Oh, no.
They don't tell you that all of a sudden you have to be a chemist.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you have to be like a junior chemist to figure it out every day. It's a nightmare. If you're going to get a saltwater tank, you got to get someone that comes in like a maid or something once every couple of weeks
they
and
come
figures
in,
it all out
make sure
for you.
everything's balanced.
Yeah.
My tank cost me $2,000 just to set up with no fish in it yet.
Right.
Crazy person.
Waste of money. Every fish I put in there died because everything was 0.1 off.
Right.
It was horrible.
0.1.
Right.
I threw a rock through it in my living room and just gave up.
Right. By the way, Booger Couch from Arkansas, he's on to what I'm getting at. All I'm saying, Ant, big news on the Opie and Anthony show from now on, not Laszlo's show. That's all.
But I wasn't on Laszlo's show.
I know. I'm just making sure.
What big news?
I'm not saying there is any big news. Just saying next time there is.
Oh, I got you.
That's what I was getting at, and Booger Couch understands. He's like, yeah, and save all the big news for your show, not someone else's show.
Oh,
what big
well,
news
I would do that.
All right.
Big news did you put on?
I know
There's
big
no
news.
big news. I'm just saying.
Just, whenever there is, do it on that show.
Oh, I have some big
No, do it on this show.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to do it on Laszlo's show.
No, do it on this show.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm getting at. Ken in California.
I have some big news, by the way.
Jimmy,
Oh,
big news
Jimmy Norton.
for our show?
I may go and get my new iPhone this week.
Really? Well, I hope you enjoy it.
Let's say hi to
Big news.
Let's say hi to Ken in California. Ken.
Hey, yes, thank you. I'm in Napa, California, and I just wanted to say you guys are doing a great job. You make my mornings.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, sir. I think we only have... How many days left on the old contract? What are we up to, Ant? I think there's
30...
Safe to say this could be a big week, right?
30-something?
30-something?
Isn't it?
36.
36
days.
36
Remember
days.
when it was 80?
The listeners may want to write in with their concerns. You really may want to.
36 days.
I would miss this platform very much.
Tee-hee.
Me too.
Why don't we move on? Steve on Long Island, how are you? Let's get back to the fish store before we get our the fish stuff before we get ourselves in trouble.
Hey there, Steve.
Steve.
Hey, O&A.
Hey.
I'm just letting you know that I work in a fish store, and what that guy was saying was completely wrong. It's really easy to have a saltwater fish tank. You just have to set it up, and what you do is you put your first fish in.
How important is the salt?
How what?
This isn't a class on setting up fish tanks. You can just say it's easy.
Now, here's what you do. You get your tank, you throw some water in there, and you put a little sprinkle of salt, and you throw a little shark in there, and you go, get used to it.
Put some salt, sugar, some sausage,
Yeah.
little wine.
Swim, faggot. Swim. Imagine that screaming at a fish that just lay there. Swim, faggot.
We got fish tank phone calls coming
Did you
in.
notice also that guy worked in a fish store?
Yeah.
So, of course, it's fucking easy for him.
Yeah.
It's like an astronaut calling and going, flying the shuttle's easy.
Guess what's easy?
I've done it.
Guess what's easy to us? Doing radio.
Yeah. Piece of cake. You come in, you yap into a mic.
Right.
How hard could it be?
Right.
Fish balls.
You're a fish tank. You're a fish store
Yeah.
guy.
He's an expert in the field, and he's saying it's easy. Of course it is for you.
And you let a girl shit right on your face with a fishbowl over your head. You ever hear that one?
I want to see that.
I know. Fishbowl, the old interfering fishbowl.
Fish bowl over your head.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Shit on my face, Captain Video.
Or the glass table. How fucking awful is that?
The glass table?
Because you have to wipe it off, and then you always have that little smudge on there. When
Little smudge.
You're having your cappuccino and biscotti.
I got to say something. I have no shit fetish at all. It disgusts me. It would be so interesting, though, to watch from under a glass table just the whole process of the shit. It would be hysterical.
Are we allowed to do that on our show? I would go under the glass table and take a look.
Why not? You could do that.
I think it'd
I
be
would take a little look.
hysterical to watch.
Do you know what?
Put a camera
Let's
there.
do it.
There's the fucking bit. Let's get a dominatrix who does brown showers and fucking on a
Brown showers.
What's it called?
It's called just making a poop.
Brown showers. Jimmy's got to use the technical jargon.
That's what it is, though.
It's just a chick making a poop.
You can't get all chicks won't do that. So you get one to do it and look under a glass. You can absolutely do that. That's not
my
fucking,
God, let's get
there's
that
nothing
done.
sexual about that.
No, and it'll be handled, with gloves and.
Let's get that done. By the way, here's a guy that froze his own fish.
Here's a guy.
How do you freeze a fish, Footer?
He went to the grocery store, bought some fish, and put it in his freezer.
Oh wait, I'm gonna rehash another joke. If you want to freeze a fish, you bring it to Anthony's house
and put it in my hot tub.
No, your freezer.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy really wanted a hot jacuzzi.
I understand.
And you let him down.
That's why he was urinating in it so much. He also wanted a yellow one, apparently.
That was my anger.
You let poor Jimmy down.
I know I did, but never again.
I wanted the jacuzzi to smell like asparagus.
Let's say hi to Footer. Footer.
Yo, what's up, boys? Little fish talk on 202. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Taking your fish calls.
I had two tinfoil barbs. They're pretty big fish, and I was in a really small bedroom, and I used to fucking crank the AC up. It was like a window AC. I used to crank it. It used to get freezing in there. And I woke up the next morning, and both of the tinfoil barbs were just fucking like frozen, floating. It was all fucked up.
Yeah.
Then what happened?
Let's get my call on to get this contract up, and
no, this is what
fish talk. That'll help.
This is what we're going to do until Sirius XM Radio acknowledges how great the Opie and Anthony show are. We're going to go around the clock with fish stories.
Yeah,
fish stories and what else? We'll give them 2 topics for the next 30
Fish and Barney
days.
Miller.
Fish and Barney Miller.
Wow.
That's all we give the listeners until Sirius XM Radio acknowledges how great we are.
Remember Abe Vigoda's show, Fish?
Yeah, it was the little spin-off from Barney Miller.
Yeah.
Barney's Miller, I like to say.
I never said that.
I believe
Barney Miller.
I believe Maury was showing a drunk.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Well, some guy just linked and said this is the greatest fish tank video ever.
There's a mouse.
There's a mouse in the tank swimming from side to side, freaking out, and the fish are down below trying to figure it out.
Oh, they're going to rip the shit out of this
You think?
fucking mouse. Yeah. Oh, there they go. A little nip.
Uh-oh.
Little nibble.
The mouse is still trying to figure out how to get the hell out of the tank. And,
now
now the
wow.
fish are attacking.
What kind of fish are those?
Piranhas.
Piranha?
Are they really piranhas?
The piranhas.
Oh, now they've... All right, now...
Oh, there
okay.
they go. Now they're
all
just...
right, now they figured out how to get to this...
Peck.
All
They
right,
brought
now
him under.
Oh, now it's bleeding. It's a
Wow,
white
what a
mouse.
sick fucking video.
This is...
Is that how you feed piranha or no?
Wow, the thing's
I
bleeding
guess
now.
so.
Oh,
They're ripping,
oh my God.
They're
Oh my
ripping his
God.
guts out.
Holy crap. And the guy has a video phone. What about the video camera that we're watching from?
Oh.
Wow, now the mouse is underwater just being completely torn
ripped
apart.
to pieces.
At first, it was getting away, just swimming back and forth in the tank, but then they started nibbling. And,
Oh, that is nasty.
you know what? I got to give this guy credit. He's
Little
right.
mousy snuff film.
Who the fuck was this? Usually when we get a link on instant feedback,
It sucks.
It always sucks, but not this time. Thank you, Matt Man from Marblehead, Massachusetts. What's the video for the people out there, Danny?
It is.
I can't see that far.
Piranhas eating mouse.
Oh, okay.
On YouTube.
Nice,
Easy
simple.
enough.
Yeah, but piranha is a very tough word to spell. That's going to be the problem.
Piranha.
Oh, that H is really going to fuck people.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
somebody stick their hard cock in my
Piranha.
eggs and then fish it into my mouth?
Oh, problem, Jimmy?
Why would I have a fork or a knife?
Oh. Use one of Earl's pens.
Oh, where's the pen? Denny's using it, but
The
Earl,
chewed pen.
Yeah, fucking, here we go. You want to chew pens, fella? There we go.
Another one up Jimmy's ass. There goes Jimmy wiping. Oh, God, he just shoved a pen right between his ass cheeks.
There you go.
Why is he giving the Olympic victory pose?
Chew that,
though?
Earl.
Chew on that pen.
There's nothing Olympic about what you just did. Why are you doing the you won gold?
Because I did.
No, you
Thank
won
you.
bronze.
Where were these? Where were these?
All right, we're going to take quick breaks so we can eat a little bit, then we'll continue. You guys want to play the Pat Duffy audio unedited? Because we had to do the beeps over there.
Yeah, that's kind of fun to
and now we're
listen
over here,
to.
so-
Some
All right, we'll do
ball
it.
kicking.
Yeah, and the video is just unbelievable. It's on Opie. Well, where is it? I don't know if Steve's on. Go to YouTube.
Website.
YouTube, Opie and Anthony in the search. We'll be back. Dave in White Plains. Dave, it says on the line, do your own show, please.
Can't even come up with anything original.
Hey, we got you listening, you dummy!
This is what we do. We're doing our show.
How stupid are you? 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 How stupid are you?
You got up and went out of your way to tune in our show, you idiot.
Welcome back to the Opie and Anthony Show. We're only taking fish stories, and we're only talking about Barney Miller until Sirius XM Radio acknowledges that we are a great radio show.
I think they acknowledge that.
And
I hope that fucking worked.
What?
Don't.
Just doing our radio show, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I was just making a joke. I just panicked, Anthony. Sorry. It's just a joke. All right. What were you going to say, Jimmy?
Danny was telling me about these things that
yes,
these commercials for TBS.
Yeah, it's
where
like
they
when
get comedians to do like little jokes about this. What is it?
like the sponsors. It's like if a show is brought to you by, let's just hypothetically say Geico or whatever, they'll have some stand-up comics make like a 30-second like little funny bit, and like it's all set up where they're in front of a crowd, like they're actually at a gig, like it's part of their set.
Oh my God!
Because TBS's slug line, it's like TBS really funny or that's funny or very funny. So they try to make some kind of funny joke out of a sponsor, and it's always just awful and terrible. And I feel so terribly for these comics.
What comics? Any ones we know, or just some hack open mic?
I'm trying to think, man. I mean, it's people I've heard of, but
cunt smells like Quiznos.
Cunt. Can we find some of these? Let's find some of these and get them on the air. I don't think I've ever heard these.
I want to see how bad it is.
I have a lot of Quiznos jokes.
I bet. They should have gone to you.
Sure should have. They call me the Quiznos Kid when I'm on the road.
Is Jeffrey Ross really doing Dancing with the Stars?
I hope. That'd be great.
What? He's got a bum hip.
Yeah, Dan the Trucker, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey,
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm not heading out until tonight. I was watching Fox News, and they had a breaking story with the first black Republican ad against Obama, man. It was great.
It was great.
It was great.
He basically wants to say, it's about time.
So you're an Obama fan.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, about as much as I am for Karl Marx. I don't think so.
Oh, easy.
See, here you go. Here, you're a prime example of why I do think Obama is going to have a lot more trouble winning than a lot of people think. You are middle America, my friend. You are the working class Joe.
Be proud. You're middle America.
Yep.
And I think those are the ones who
we hang with the liberal douches here in New York.
On the coasts.
Yeah, we
giving
get
away all of Anthony's money.
Yeah, goddamn right.
Money.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, thank you. We'll search that out. I don't think we've seen that commercial yet.
Yeah, and it's not by McCain either. It's by a pack of black Americans, probably middle class, who are about taxes, getting overtaxed, and stuff like that.
I hear you.
What does this have to do with fish or Barney Miller?
That's true.
I don't know. I'm calling from home, so I haven't been following the show, man. Sorry.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. I'll catch y'all tonight on the I guess when y'all air tonight or something.
Well, I guess.
Well, you won't be catching us.
No,
you'll be catching some digital recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all.
I'll be playing hot.
Y'all tomorrow live, though.
When you hear this later, I'll be playing Hot Shots. Oh. Patiently waiting for Tiger Woods 09, which comes out tomorrow, my friend.
Well,
nothing but golf games for the Opster.
What's the difference between 08 and 09?
You know
I'll
what?
be cruising down the highway somewhere. I'm not heading out till later tonight anyway. So.
All right. Thank you, Dan.
There's no difference.
I know you're lonely, but we got to go.
We got 18 holes.
Find someone else to talk to.
A guy with a fucking club and a ball.
Anthony's kind of right.
Same interface.
Anthony's kind of right. You get excited because like the new game comes out, and you're like, what really is different about this
New
game?
courses? Yeah. Is that what you can? Huh? Five new courses.
Oh, wow. They're all going to have like green and a sand trap and a hole at the end. This is the one with the sand trap on 11, but the other one got the sand trap on 2.
Jimmy, you're showing you don't know much about golf, Mike.
Oh, I certainly do.
You don't know much
I
about
played more
golf.
golf than most people.
Yeah? What's your handicap?
Minus 60.
Wow.
And can you have a minus 60?
I don't think so.
How many birdies have you had?
Dude, I birdie more than most people. That's what I've been told by the experts. They're like, we ought to nickname you the birdie kid.
What kind of loft wedge do you have?
Who the fuck loft wedges is for fucking pussies, man? I don't loft wedge ever. I
Okay.
fucking slug it hard. If I don't get a hole in one, I go home.
Do you know who invented the game?
Of course I do.
The Knights of the Links of St. Andrews. They called it golf, though, without the L.
No, it was a fucking old guy.
Laugh every time.
Guy in Scotland.
Yes.
What about putting? Do you stand?
Ted Golf.
Do you stand? Ted Golf.
Ted Golf.
That's right. I like to hit a ball into a hole. I don't know why. It's just fun to do. I'd love to do this 17 more times.
Ted Golf.
I need a bigger area to do it in. My yard is only 3 feet by 2 feet. I'm always winning.
Ween Chihuahua. Ween Chihuahua.
If they don't turn that stupid music off, I'm going to slap the fat pelican neck in that room.
Tiger has a limp in 2009, so in the 2009 version, you get to play.
He has his bum hip.
Yeah, sure.
He
Whatever
fucks
it
a
is,
hot
his knee.
blonde in the middle of the fucking TV. He dog fucks her behind an oak tree while fucking that other cunt is blowing it again. Who's the one that blows it every year? Greg Norman?
Who's
that shit stain that always ruins it?
Phil Mickelson.
Phil Mickelson,
with the
right.
man boobs.
Fucking clit.
He's the biggest choker in golf
What
history.
a choking clit.
Hey, we got the Tiger Woods 09 commercial. Can I see that? Wait, but now we're talking about golf. Only fish stories and Barney
and
Miller.
golf.
But we will talk about the band fish. A little stretch, but they
Wow,
are
that
fish.
is that is
That's what you got to do in the fucking golf hole is you got to fish your ball out so it ties in nicely.
Fish your ball.
Fish your ball out of the hole. See, I didn't invent it right. I didn't have a hole in the ground. I put a giant stick with a cup on top of it and tried to hit it way up in the air. And they said, Ted, this is not feasible. You'll never get anybody to do this. And I wanted acres of land.
Nice. All right. The Pat Duffy stuff's worth playing again.
Pat Duffy.
Well, we're running out of fish material and Barney Miller material, so now we got
Oh,
the
no.
filler. Yeah, give me something on Barney Miller there, Jimmy.
Oh, that fucking, what a show, huh?
Hey.
When they did
That
that thing.
Woj. Remember the episode where Woj got caught liquid shitting into the coffee pot because he thought Barney Miller fingered his grandmother? But then it was just a big mistake. It turned out it was Abe Vigoda dancing with a little girl on his feet because he got his rolls mixed up. And they said, this is the Godfather. And he says, can you shit in my cup, Woj, for old time's sake? He said, can't do it, fishy. This is network television. I'd love to liquid shit in your coffee for old time's sake. And then Barney Miller was arresting gay guys in the men's room because they were blowing each other through holes in the wall. And he bumped into Serpico, who was accused of a homosexual encounter. It was a big mess.
At the precinct.
Barney Miller's was a corrupt fuck. Barney Miller would actually take $4 a week to allow kiddie porn to be smuggled. He was not a good fucking cop. $4 and a ham sandwich between two diapers. That's all he wanted.
I like the other guy.
Why is Kathy Lee Gifford trying to look like she's young?
Young.
What is that on the back of her head?
A big fall.
Exactly. Hopefully a hand.
That's all fake hair. What's
Yeah.
she doing?
I don't know.
Piling up fake hair on her head.
It's cool. It's fucking Jeff Conaway's wig from Taxi Season 3. Like to fuck her face. Oof. Oh, is that her? Which one is she?
On the right with that huge
Oh,
rat
who's
tail.
the bitch on the left? That's who I meant.
That's a fake.
Oh, the one on the right is awful.
All right, listen. Why don't we do the Pat Duffy thing now? Do we want to hear Pat slapping the Russian broad, or you want to
Yes.
go right to the kicks?
Yeah.
Slapping
Well, he has some
and kicking.
slapping.
The video's good, but I told Sam to re-edit it and just have crotch shots. Crotch shots. It could be a big video. I'm thinking because I've never seen anyone get kicked harder in my
Take
life.
a shot like that.
In video or in person. Yeah, here's from Friday's show. You got Pat Duffy, and he's seeing this Russian broad. Looks like they're an item.
Who was the guy quickly to go reverse into Barney Miller again. Who was the guy that used to come in? Hey there, Barney. Hey, he was the lieutenant, was he? Or?
Oh, that was Merv the ass rapist.
No, not Merv the ass rapist.
Wasn't he like a character actor? He was in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but he'd always talk about, in the old days, we used to tune him up. You wouldn't get lipped like that. And he'd talk about beating the shit out of the skells that they bring in.
Club Soda Barney?
Yeah, so it was. It might as well have been Kenny.
I don't know. I don't remember the show.
Now, when in the early 80s, they would say... In the early 80s, the police were getting away with a lot of good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I say a lot of good stuff because I think they should be able to do whatever the fuck they want.
Sure.
But when they were around the precinct, people were going, in the old days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just talking about...
When the 80s, looking back, were unbelievable what they were doing. But they had some old schoolers in the joints. And
back in like the 50s and
the
stuff.
Old days.
They must have really done some damage.
Yeah. All right, well.
What a time to be a police officer.
I don't know who that guy is, though.
Just bash people.
Who are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what his name is.
Lieutenant,
we're going to have to find him. Lieutenant Dan?
No. We'll figure it out. Somebody will say it on the...
All right, here we go.
Frank Luger, that was it.
Frank Luger. Look
him
up.
Luger.
Look up Frank Luger as we play the first clip. Pat Duffy seeing this Russian broad, and this is definitely not going to end well. This is like a recipe for disaster.
Oh yeah, this is a nice relationship they got.
This is how it started on Friday. This came out of nowhere, by the way.
Don't worry, I'll console you afterwards.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you will.
Sexy banter.
No, you're going to get fucking slapped later really hard.
Holy
shit. So are you.
All right.
Oh, is that...
We really beat the shit out of each other.
Oh,
It's a
yeah,
great
I
time.
got bruises like all up and down my thighs.
You're like a healthy couple. I can't believe you're not more involved.
Mickey and Mallory.
What does he do?
Yes.
He slaps you as he's having sex with you?
Yeah.
Where?
Does he?
All over?
Yeah, everywhere.
Face?
Mostly the face.
Mostly the face.
Do you like it?
Oh, yeah.
You like getting slapped in the face while he fucks you?
Oh, yeah. I like it even when he's not fucking me.
Really?
All right, give her a slap.
Let's give her a little slap.
Wait.
Oh, shit, did he nail her? Nice. God damn, is that good.
She's a trooper.
Crazy?
We had a lot of bad timing on Friday's show.
Yeah.
I fucked that one up. Vinny Brand fucked up one of the kicks of the groin. Because I think we get all excited. We want everything perfect, and the people aren't reading our minds, so they're like, all right, slap, poof, as we're still talking.
Yeah, it's very hard to get people to do things when they're supposed to.
Right.
So you go, okay, we want you to slap her in the face. Wham!
Yeah.
It's like, no, like after we set it all up and get everybody quiet.
Well, because we're trying to get the audio just right so everyone could really enjoy it out there.
Yeah.
But they're not thinking that. They're like, oh, you want to slap? Here it is.
No,
Bam.
they're stupid.
Wow. And you slap him back?
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead, give him one.
Yeah. All right.
Can we get the head out of the back?
Higher. All right, listen. And Ant messed that one up.
Yeah, I messed that one up.
I messed the first one up. You messed the second one.
God
I'm the
damn.
only one apparently that knows how to not mess things up.
You probably
Thank God for me.
Let's see if we get this one right.
All right. You want to slap me again?
Sure.
All right.
Same
please.
side?
All right. She swings hard, man.
Being slapped with her
I'm not as
shit-stained
good with my
fingers.
left.
You backhand me with that.
Oh,
you gotta
wow.
get solid. That was my jaw.
Fucked up.
Oh, fuck, man. Look how pissed he is.
He's not pissed. He's getting really horny.
Ew. No. It's a combination of both. More rage.
Pat,
than
will you
anything.
have a black eye from that? That's a big hit.
No, she's. If she, you want to punch me?
No. Oh my God, that's all right.
All right then.
Is Pat Duffy in today? I want to see what. No, we'll get the Pat Duffy update hopefully Thursday.
Somebody...
Mike in Fresno, I want to talk to him. Sirius Playboy Channel has WoW. What's that about? Hey, Mike, what's up?
Hey, is this Jimmy?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're here.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, sir. I felt it was forgotten today.
I borrowed my wife's car the other day and had Sirius in there, and the Playboy girls have a new thing called Whip 'em Out Wednesday,
Oh, yeah?
Come on.
where I guess you're supposed to mail in pictures of your tits.
How about that?
That's wonderful. All right, thank you, Mike.
You bet.
All right. So
Some people are actually going, cam it up. They heard the clips and they're going, put the cam on it.
We said this is from Friday.
Hey, you dummy.
We're going to get back to the kicking audio in a second, but we found the TBS thing. So what is this again? So
it's like, let's say you're watching Family Guy, and Family Guy is brought to you by, in this particular instance, Coors Light. So then all of a sudden it cuts to like there's like a stand-up doing his act, and now he's doing a funny, quote, funny joke about Coors Light or Geico or Quiznos or whoever the sponsor
Whatever
is.
the sponsor is.
So this is the only one I could find. There's much more worse ones and than this, but this is the only one I could find. I'm going to try and get more.
Are they good?
Ugh, no.
Jimmy, would you do one of these?
Love to. I'm sure they'd find my material to be apropos for the occasion.
All right, let's try it out here. Let's think of a sponsor that hopefully doesn't
Let's
sponsor on our
pick a
show.
sponsor they're using. Let's pick a sponsor that
Yeah.
they use, and then before we hear the comedian's
All right,
material,
let's go with.
What's this for?
This one is Coors Light.
Coors Light.
All right, Jimmy, your stand-up and Coors Light.
All right.
Coors Light. What a good drink. Because whenever I have Budweiser or Miller, I punch my wife right in the cunt. Not with Coors Light.
See?
I tuck the kids in, I go to bed early, and get up for work.
Hey, that's good.
I
See,
like
you could
that.
Do these.
That's funny.
Here's an actual one from TBS.
I like Coors Light. That's the best. They're always trying to fix the bottle. They're like, oh, we have a wide mouth can. We have a vent can. They even have a bottle that turns blue when it's cold. Listen, Coors Light, the can's fine. Find a way to put more beer inside. That's what I want. How about a Coors Light bucket or like a Coors Light IV for my dad? I want to be able to snorkel in Coors Light. Daddy's got a green, all right? That's terrific.
There's some chick.
That's terrific.
How
Holy
bad
shit.
do you need TV time?
There's
Wow.
a chick comic. I forget exactly who it is, but she's talking about how hard it is to shop for cars because they all make her ass look fat.
Oh, God, of course. Chick comic.
That's the
Fucking chick comic using
That's
that.
the Lisa Landry one.
Can I address somebody, please, who emailed me this? Carol Fergal.
Who's Carol Fergal?
Carol.
Here's
Hi, I'm Carol.
Here's the email address. OCA
OCA.
RRUIL
RRUIL.
at yahoo.com.
At yahoo.com.
Who's trashing me for doing Fox Red Eye. And it's fine if you don't like the show. You don't like Fox
Apparently
Red Eye.
it isn't.
No, but this is what annoys me. Red Eye is blah, blah, blah. This is part of the email. Red Eye is normally the show that you rip the piss out of, and on this one, hey, the money must be good, but your credibility is in the septic tank. Thanks, Jimmy, for being a Fox News credit. You suck. Hey, go fuck yourself. I like doing the show. I'll continue doing the show, and I don't get paid at all for it. You stupid cunt.
And Red Eye is the furthest thing from everything else they do on Fox.
And it's not the fucking type of
It's
show
not
I'd
even
be-
close to what the rest of Fox is about.
Chill.
And
They actually get really edgy and get some pretty crazy stuff done.
The
with
shows
show.
I rip on are the ones that are the talking head shows that have like fucking 3-second clips like on MTV and VH1 because they don't let you be mean. They don't let you do what you want to do.
Right.
Fox Red Eye, you can get away with a lot. So go fuck yourself.
Ooh.
Carol.
How's she
Whatever,
gonna do that
your
without
name
a
is,
penis?
go fuck yourself.
Is it a guy Carol, like
What-
Carol
who-
O'Connor?
Carol? I don't know exactly. Well, that's not a name commonly heard on a man.
Woman.
Whatever it is.
I'm raising my
woman
hand,
name.
Jimmy. How does a girl fuck herself, though?
Let me use a stick. Let her pick up a fucking stick. One that you'd probably pick up like white hardened dog shit off the lawn with. Flick the dog shit over the fence and then fuck yourself with the stick.
All right, there's the answer. Pat Duffy, Russian Broad.
No money I'm not getting for that, you non-show business idiot.
Friday show. The video's up on YouTube. Just put Opie and Anthony in the search. A better video. This is coming pronto. But here's Pat getting kicked in the groin. Harder than I've ever heard anyone get kicked. Listen to this sound. Well, the first one sucks because Vinny talks over it. But
Yeah.
after that, it gets good.
All right, tell me when.
I'd like to say that I'm at the Trump rally.
Holy shit. Worst timing ever.
He's plugging. Like to say, I'm going to be at Trump Arena.
sounds
Worst
like a
time
Muppet.
ever.
All right, tell me when.
I'd like to say that I'm at the Trump rally.
Holy shit.
Do it again.
Everybody. This poor kid is getting kicked in the nuts.
And we ain't getting the audio.
And the first two times we missed it. We missed it. So now you know, we're professionals. We know we still got to get the big hit with no one talking. He's down.
Oh, he's down.
The floor.
He's down.
Did you like it?
Oh, that was awesome.
You really liked it, Pat?
Yeah, we're going to do that later.
We didn't get good audio on that because Vinny was talking about Hold on.
Yeah, Vinny, shut your fucking mouth.
Hold on, everybody.
Oh, shh.
Okay, when you're ready.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit.
All right.
She fucking wailed
All
him.
right, listen.
Holy shit.
There's no effing way. There's no effing way anyone
Holy
can take a shot like
shit.
that. There's no
For the third
effing
time,
way
too.
anyone can take a shot like that.
He's sweating. He's sweating profusely.
Dominatrix is
Pat, you all right?
kick guys in the balls. There are guys that will get kicked in the balls like that for an hour.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah, dude, I
Holy
don't
shit,
get
that
it
was
either.
fucked up.
Pat, you all right?
Yeah, great. Great.
Why am I bouncing up and down? Jumping up and down. Why?
Because it hurts.
Wow. Unbelievable, right?
Jesus. That sound. It doesn't even sound like someone getting kicked in the nuts.
Mm-mm.
It sounds like you're kicking like a football.
Sure.
No.
Give me one more.
All right, hold on.
Hold on. One more. You're crazy.
Wait, good audio. All right, guys. Here she goes. Go.
Holy crap. I'm leaving.
Holy
You're like feeling his pain.
Holy
Dude, I'm dizzy. And I didn't even get hit.
Wow.
How the fuck can you take
They-
a shot like that?
They are fucked up.
Because I deserve it.
We're back live.
He
So-
is a weird motherfucker, man.
Yeah, he scares me a little bit.
Hey, who's Pamela Paul? We got an email that she took a shot at us on the show in the New York Times book
Oh,
review on
yeah.
Sunday.
Can we get that?
I don't know. Do we have it?
Yeah, I saw it on a Google or something.
What was the shot?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
what
got
the
to
hell
see
do we
it
do?
now.
We've been good boys.
Yeah, I got to see it now. I got to see it.
I've just had enough of people. I really
Haven't you?
I'm fucking enough with these New York Times book review. This snotty twat.
Could we have that? Could we find that, please? We'll get that.
I've had it.
It was,
with people too.
she was
You're right.
describing
I
a
can't-
book and said something like it's as funny as trying to listen to Opie and Anthony.
Okay,
It'd be
let's
funny or
give her email
something.
out again and show her what funny is.
Wait,
Why
I'm
you
not sure. Let's find.
fucking cunt. Shut up.
Fucking cunt.
You're
She's a
irrelevant
big-
fucking biased paper. How about Jason Blair? Why don't you have him write the book reviews? Fucking hiring quotas liar he turned out to be.
Yeah.
Fucking shitbird broad.
All right, this is what she said, Jimmy.
All right, what'd she say?
Wow, she looks like someone that would be listening to our show.
Let's
first
see.
of all,
Oh, really? Like one of the guys?
The Art of Momoir. What's that? I don't know. So she's talking about some book, and then somewhere in there she says, for 16 bewildering pages, as I was subjected to capricious, all caps, railing against convection, oven-baked, and left-wing mass emailers, I feared I was in for an over-joking, under-funny mess of a book, like being stuck on the freeway with Opie and Anthony for 300 pages.
Stuck. Freeway with Opie and Anthony for 300.
I guess the snotty twat that writes for the Times book reviews is not a fan of the show. Sorry,
Probably
too bad.
not.
You're the target audience we were going for. Women
Yeah.
that haven't been fucked properly in 6 years. That's the ones we're going for.
We're part of pop culture, my friends.
What's wrong with this woman?
Who is she?
Pamela Paul from the New York Times.
Of course she works for the Times.
Beautiful Pamelia.
Pamelia.
Fucking hate that shit rag paper.
So,
What? I get that she doesn't like us.
Yeah.
But what was the problem?
And why wouldn't you change the dial?
With the-
How does one get stuck?
I was
What's her email?
stuck listening to Opie and Anthony.
for 300 pages. First of all, you can't listen and
Yeah.
read.
It
You have
was
to do
weird.
one or the other, right?
She was equating the book to our show.
Yeah. And just didn't know how to
Being
do it right.
stuck.
And probably we attack all the left wing shit she probably loves.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
biased
Oh.
hole. Shut up.
Those misogynistic right wing.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut it.
If anybody would like to get in touch with Pamela Paul,
No, Danny, that wouldn't be right.
they could
No, I
contact
can't
her
allow this.
and voice their own opinions about the
You're
Opie and
fine.
Anthony show at PamelaPaul.com. She's
PamelaPaul.com?
She's the author of Parenting Inc.
Why would you parent ink? Seems
Parenting
like it's
Inc.
fine by itself.
You hold the ink jar in your asshole and then dip your quill into it. Fucking bitch. Can we see your website?
And wait, there's also another book called Pornified and also a book called The Starter Marriage.
Oh, she sounds like a fucking ball of shit, this one.
Ugh.
What a ball of shit this Pamela Paul sounds like.
Here, the Pornified, How Pornography is Damaging Our Lives.
I love this
Yeah,
woman.
you know why? Guaranteed one of her husbands was just in front of that computer all the time.
Cranking.
Just spewing a mess all over the place. And she was like, why? What happened? Well, there are girls on the internet I'd rather jerk off to.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go.
I want to see her website.
Yeah, let's go to...
Yeah. Pop her up on the screen up there.
This fucking...
I want to see what this fucking...
Wow, she's obsessed with us, huh? We don't know who she is, but she knows who we are, guys. There she is, Pamela Paul.
I wouldn't mind fucking her in the face,
I might,
though.
no.
She's like a fuckable little face.
Yeah.
I would give her a poop shoot fucking myself.
Parenting Inc.
She's probably one of these uptight fucking moms that blames everybody else for the fact that kids suck, other than fucking like overworked people like herself who are probably not doing their jobs.
Can you use the word swarmy in there?
What's that?
Swarmy.
Swarmy would never fit.
No.
I didn't know that's a word. Smarmy?
I like
I don't know what swarmy is.
She's just a douche.
She's you know what though? She's not bad looking. She's fucking. She's bent over like on this counter, and that little fucking ass is poking back.
You might want to, give her one.
I wouldn't mind grabbing her hips and fucking her from the back. Look at the picture of her. You'll definitely want to fuck her. Like she probably, you know what? A woman like that uptight probably would love a good deep fuck.
You think?
I absolutely do. Because I think that most people who tend to go in one direction so far are probably overcompensating for something.
And how does she know about us?
She probably listens. Who knows? She probably shaves her pussy and listens to the show. That's my guess.
All right.
Look at that sexy picture she has up there.
Danny, find some good stuff about Pamela Paul.
Thank you.
Well, why don't we just get her on?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That'd be nice.
The Greg and Tony show. I want to review. I want to talk about her book.
I think she'll know.
No, she won't.
She'll be stuck on the freeway listening to the Greg and Tony show.
Let's give it a try. All right. Hey, a Fox News reporter goes into a group of anti-war protesters. Have you seen this yet? Outside Democratic Convention, and they curse at him.
Of course they do.
Oh, this is good.
I'm not going to talk to you. Do you believe in speech? And the war! What's your name? Come here. What's your name? What's your name? My name is Junior Melendez. Oh, come on. That's not necessary. Do you have a message? Do you have an actual message with that? Do you have an actual message without cursing? What's your message?
Stop the torture, stop the war.
Stop the torture, stop the war. Do you not believe in freedom? Do you not believe? All right. Well, I got to let it go with that, Jamie. It's a little bit out of control here. That's just not necessary.
All right, well, we're going to go then because it is out of control.
I love how angry. That's really out of control.
Wow.
Shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
You got caught. Take it.
The fuck Fox News chant
Listen
was
to her
pretty
at the
loud.
end.
Do you not believe in freedom? Do you not believe? All right. Well, I got to let it go with that, Jamie. It's a little bit out of control here. That's just not necessary.
All right, well, we're going to go then because it is out of control.
Oh,
it is out of control.
He is a little angry.
There you could see Griff Jenkins, our own Griff Jenkins, in the midst of the crowd, giving them a chance to speak out, to tell what their message is, and they're not even talking. All they're doing is screaming and yelling at him. We'll make sure he's okay. We'll check back with him when he can get himself sort of away from that really raucous crowd.
Raucous.
He's fine. Exactly.
I wouldn't worry about him.
Griff Jenkins. I have issues with him.
I am Griff Jenkins. Linga Luonga.
Griff Jenkins.
Griff Jenkins. All-American Griff Jenkins.
Griff Jenkins is a tool. What a dumb name.
Griff!
Authorities in suburban Atlanta say Darlene Dukes did not have to die.
What?
Officials say the 39-year-old woman called 911 because she was having difficulty breathing, but a 911 operator misheard the address and sent the ambulance to the wrong place. The mistake caused a 25-minute delay in response, and it's not the first mistake.
In 2007, Grady EMS pulled our medical call taking out of that communication center because it was taking in an inordinately long period of time to dispatch critical life-threatening calls. So this is not one employee. This is a systemic issue.
There's problems here. We need to fix this. People are suffering and people are dying. And quite honestly, this situation, which is sad and tragic, could have been prevented.
Well, maybe it was how she was saying her address. It was hard to understand.
Aren't they supposed to just be able to pop that up?
With the caller ID, right?
Yeah, maybe she had one of those, phones that are going over the internet that can't get 911 or something.
Duke's parents say she eventually died from a pulmonary embolism. Officials say the operator should have noticed that the call came from a cell tower in North Fulton County, 30 miles from the mistaken address. City officials say the 911 operator was fired, but local doctors say this is a systemic problem and that the call center director should be fired. They're calling for an independent investigation into the 911 center and its practices.
Should the guy get fired, though?
Yes.
He made a mistake.
Yeah.
Made a little mistake.
Fire him.
Yeah.
Just fire him.
It's like, by the way, is anybody else's cable doing this? When you watch digital cable, it's kind of go, and it freezes up, and then it blocks up.
Yes.
I'm fucking sick and tired of digital cable.
It gets all cubed up.
Fucking cubing up every
Pixelates.
time I watch a show. Fix it.
It looks
Yeah.
like, it looks like a Pablo Picasso painting all of a
Dude,
sudden.
it's enraging. And then he goes...
Especially when it changes from dark to light or light to dark or fast movement.
Dude.
Changing that, the compression just can't handle it. And you get this pixelated mess that freezes. Or your screen just goes black and then comes back on. Like, what the fuck happened?
I think us and you have different cable companies because you're on Long Island.
Same problem, though.
Because I know, because Verizon Fios is supposed to come to the area soon, and I want to switch to that, but who knows if it's going to be any better? I don't know. It's got great reviews, but who knows if it's going to have the same problems Time Warner and Optimum.
Are they digital? Fios?
It's like
It's all digital.
It's all digital.
Why is Verizon better than Time Warner?
I don't know. I just remember reading some reviews, and it was like the customer service.
There's
was
an
like,
ultra fast fiber optic that they're using that goes to right to your house. See the fiber optic cables that everybody uses? It's really fast, but then when they bring it into your house, it goes back to regular cable, which slows it all down.
Yeah.
But they have a way now of bringing the fiber optic directly into your house and hook it directly up to like your router.
For internet.
Yeah,
well, for both.
yeah.
They're gonna
For both.
internet's
Yep.
around now, and I think the cable's coming later in the year. But so far, from what I've read, it's the fastest.
So it's
the
ridiculous
fastest internet you
fast.
could even
Yeah,
get.
it's ridiculous fast.
Okay.
But again, it's like anything else. It depends on how many people are using it at one time, how many people are on your node, and
sucks.
It just you watch some of the high def channels, and you're like, yeah, this is good until something moves, and then it gets pixelated and ruins the whole experience.
I never had that.
Some of them aren't even
No?
high def. Like for instance, like TBS. A lot of the shows that they present in what they call HD is just a stretched out
Oh,
standard
I
def.
know.
It's
That's
like
so
upscaled
funny.
and stretched out. It's like,
It's
don't
like
fucking-
TBS HD, unnecessary fucking channel.
It's like, why am I paying for this?
I don't think they filmed Gilligan's Island in HD. I don't think you fucking.
They're just stretching out old Seinfeld episodes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like-
Wow, it's a widescreen, but when they go to the edge, everyone gets fat.
Gilligan's Island, there was not one laugh to be had on that show.
Not a one.
That fucking show.
Except, all right, when the professor raped Lovey.
That was funny.
That was
Because
funny.
he used his fist, and he was so angry while he did it.
Yes, he was fucking finally lost it, being shipwrecked for so long.
Thurston was a cuckold, and he used to like when the natives would deep dick Lovey in a big pot of Berlin water.
Berlin water.
And he'd have to be he liked when a bunch of, I like when the bulls come, Lovey, when the bulls rape you.
Nah.
That big their big ethnic penises poking through their grass skirts.
Lovey, here come the natives again, Lovey.
Yes.
Oh, Thurston.
They'd fucking choke her with their own scarf. Give her the throat yogurt. They used to like to make throat yogurt.
I'll give you millions if you just come in her face while I watch. They're just fucking ravaged by natives.
And the professor used to like Gilligan to take marmalade and rub it into his buttocks because it was sore. Gilligan would rub scented marmalades into the buttocks of the skipper. And like when Gilligan's finger would stray and he would tickle bag, no one said nothing.
No one said nothing.
No, because it was all those years of smelling the skipper's big ass in his face in the hammock.
Oh, and the hammock, fucking bunk bed hammock.
Gilligan would always turn around at night and put his face the other way where his feet were by the professor's head.
Oh.
This way his nose was under his big Alan Hale asshole.
Could you imagine the fucking ass smell that the skipper would have on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Just ass crack sweat from being on a tropical island with no laundry.
Wearing a pair of Dockers, afraid because he can't get off. Fucking big, dirty, fucking bunion feet.
Oh.
The skipper's a creep. Fucking despise the skipper. So glad when Bob Denver died.
You didn't do anything, dude.
That fucking show is horrendous.
I like to smoke pot way late in his life.
They jump up in the air and make them run fast.
Yeah.
Oh, I love when they go in fast motion. Oh, how funny is that? Oh, it's not.
If Gilligan prevented you from getting off that island so many times, wouldn't you just fucking kill him and get him out of the way?
I'd cut his throat like a Chechnyan. I'd bleed him out like a fucking Chechnyan rebel.
Yeah, where's that episode where they bleed out Gilligan?
Like his throat is wide open and he's blinking slowly, but he can't move his head.
Now we'll finally get off this island. That's all he hears. So they just bleed him out.
We get it. Gilligan's going to mess it up again.
They have a plan. They're going to go.
It's the same fucking show. I guess you guys are right.
And then they'll just go, oh, Gilligan. Oh.
I remember when the professor hollowed out a coconut and then mashed warm coconut pulp and then used it as a pocket pussy.
Oh, shit.
Instead of a radio, he made a pulpy pocket pussy. And he would fuck it while staring at Mrs. Howell through a hole in the tent that he fucking blasted with a cannonball. He would always, he hooked up a toilet cam so we could watch Mrs. Howell's shit.
Take her old lady corn shits.
Yeah. Her fucking 3-hour dumps with her polyester pants around her fucking feet.
Coconut dumps they're all taken.
Chris Rabb wants to know if Mr. Howell had anal beads made from coconuts.
And little seashells. He liked the seashells because they would tear the lining on the way out.
Oh, look, they're talking about the plugs of Mr. Biden. God,
Are they?
Look at us. We're on top of it. Everything on this show.
Where
Fox
is he?
News Channel, the VP plugs.
Where's the ones now? I guess they're all gray ones, huh?
In the bottom right-hand corner. What a wispy head of fucking hair that is. What a wispy do.
All right, let's do woman argues with atheists on public access. This is some good stuff.
Okay.
She makes a very good argument here.
God's everything, so if you don't believe in him, then you believe in nothing.
Oh, okay, so you're defining God as everything.
Well, God made everything. Like, how can you walk outside and look at the trees in the sky and be like, there's no God? The Big Bang didn't make the trees.
And can we turn that up a little bit? I'm having a problem hearing it. Okay, so I'm kind of confused because you've said God made everything, and then you've said God is everything, and now you want us to look at trees, and that's evidence of God.
Well, yeah, the Big Bang didn't make the trees. How did the trees get here?
Acorns.
Oh, what a
seeds.
dummy.
Well, what about those, and what about before that and before that?
Right.
There was a Big Bang,
if you look
dummy.
at the genetic code for life on this planet, the evidence points to the fact that there is sometime way back in our history a common ancestor, that life is this divergent pattern, a self-replicating divergent pattern that is evolved over time through natural selection. That's where the evidence points.
So
good answer. She thinks the Big Bang just happens and then like trees flew out of it and just landed and rooted. Like she has no idea that the Big Bang happens and then like they have no concept of millions upon millions upon millions of years that this happens and a planet is formed. It's molten.
She thinks the Big Bang was like a pinata that somebody hit.
Yeah.
And like the shit was already inside.
Animals and shit and everything just banged off onto Earth. What a dummy. Like it takes millions of years of the cosmic goo mixing together, the perfect situation, the perfect distance from the sun, rotation, everything. And then before you know it, some organism, and that is debatable where that came from.
Well, the Big Bang is like blowing a dandelion.
Yeah. Where's it going?
And then all the seeds go and do their thing.
Do their thing.
Well, why would why would he make a Big Bang? Like, if he was going to start the whole world, why not just go, all right, there it is?
Well, that's what they assume he did. That's like what the Bible says. He, made it in seven days.
Wow,
or
how
6
long were
days.
those days, though, my
6
friend?
days, and then he rested on the other one. How long were
Some
they?
of those days
24 hours.
Nope. Some of those days could have been a lot longer because it was before he
Are you using Wrath of Khan rules?
Yeah.
By the book, it would take 3 days. By the book. Here's Khan. He's supposed to be this fucking genius. I was just watching Wrath of Khan the other day and laughing my balls off. He's a superior race, Khan. He takes a starship. He's, brilliant. And he can't get past the code that, by the book, will be ready in 3 days. Get it? And then 3 hours later, he goes, bleep. All right, beam us up. He goes, but I thought it was 3 days. Coded message. It's like, what the Khan can't figure that out? This is geek stuff, Jimmy. Oh, no, it was great. Because I watched that. I also watched, which I haven't seen in a long time, and we only goof on the part where he pulls the tax out of the map.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I watched Mask.
Oh, very
Rocky
good.
Dennis.
Very good.
Movie.
Yeah.
Holy hilarity. Oh, my God.
When she touches, the blind girl touches his face, and she thinks she's touching, like, the fucking mountain area of a train set, of a Lionel train set.
Stupid Laura Dern. My favorite part is when Laura Dern's parents come to get her, and she's going, Rocky, Rocky, looking around, and he walks over, and the parents, the way they look at him, oh, my God. Oh, were they horrified. Hello. And when the camp counselor comes over and goes, all right, show me those pearly whites. It's like, no, show me those fucking chiseled up. Looks like he's been chewing on lock washers.
What a big chin he has.
Oh, with his big dumb chin. And what were the fucking motorcycle gang, the Turks? They hang out with some big-headed fucking freak. Some stuttering asshole.
Mother had too much crank in her womb.
Yeah, mother's all fucking drugged out.
They wouldn't have sympathy for Rocky.
They stunk. Take him to the carnival, go on carnival rides and bumper cars. They're a biker gang.
They would
should be racking head and selling meth.
They would have played soccer with his head.
Yeah, his big head.
Oh, we have another clip from this.
Especially since he wrecked her pussy coming out. They can't even fuck her anymore. Thanks to old Mount Rushmore.
That fucking head.
Old map pin puller. Why didn't Ben want to go to Europe? Was it something about that he was tired of Rocky sewing 4 hats together and wearing them?
Dude, that was another thing I saw when his grandfather took him to the baseball game, the Dodger game, and he comes home all happy, and Cher is just fucking all drugged out on the couch, but he comes in all happy, goes, look what I got! And he throws a baseball, and he's got a little Dodger cap on that giant head.
Really?
It is the funniest fucking thing. It's a tiny little Dodger baseball cap on his giant, disgusting head.
On his giant Mr. Met head.
Oh, that giant, misshapen thing.
So why didn't Ben want to go to fucking...
Ben, as it turns out, was living with his mom and not very happy. He was going to school. They had just graduated junior high. And he decided to live with his father in another state because his father hooked him up with a job. So instead of going to school, he quit school and got a job to make money.
Oh, but
and Rocky Dennis got all mad.
Had to pull the pins out of the...
And said, you know, you're stupid. You're stupid. Called him stupid.
Where were they going to go in Europe again? He had like,
everywhere. Italy, England. It was the whole fucking thing was full of pins. You take his huge head on tour around fucking Europe.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
You could have called Ringling Brothers. They would have flown him for free. They'd have given him first-class airfare on Virgin.
Fucking freak.
Giant head. Should be in a tent with gypsies dancing around it.
I got to see that movie again now.
And then the people that just go, hey, you, over there, take that mask off so we can see who you are. He's like, well, if I could. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Take that mask off.
What's wrong?
My mom says I look like a lion. Do you?
Did she really say that?
Yeah, that's what he told Laura Dern.
Because she was a lion. She looked like... When Mom said I looked like a redheaded bag of shit would have been more accurate. Mom said I'm an embarrassment and a cunt wrecker. Mom said I'm a pussy ruiner because the size of my head. It was like shitting a redheaded bowling ball. I look like a lion. Do you really? You Bert Lars sack of puke. Shut up. The blind girl-assist. Touch my face-assist.
Yeah, she goes in for the touch, and he just grabs her hand like, no, this is going quite well.
No. Exactly.
How could she tell, though, fucking after she kissed him with those filed-down teeth? Holy shit. Yeah, that kissing scene was really disturbing. Oh, Rocky. Rocky, come meet my parents. And they were like, oh, well, it's time to go. We want to beat traffic, the father says. And then every time he called, the mother's like, no, she's not here.
Yeah. She's having her hair cut for 3 days. Wait, I mean, I bet you're kissing him. It was like kissing a hot air balloon with like a gorilla's asshole taped to it. That's probably what it felt like. Picture a fucking hot air balloon with a gorilla asshole in the middle of it.
And then his mother gets a fucking prostitute for him because he was like, it's about girls, Mom. and storms off. So she gets all tanked at a bar and goes up to a hooker and sends the hooker into the room with him. And he doesn't even, fuck her. He sits there and talks. First thing she goes says is, "What's wrong with your face?"
Did she say it to him?
Yeah.
I think Mom would have warned her.
Yeah, right?
Look, he's a nice guy.
Yeah. You ever?
Just a
How
slight
much
problem.
to fuck a monster?
What do they talk about?
They talk about their school and what she wants to do. Like she was a real person to him. So they had a great time.
They were both monsters.
And then he talks about Mount Rushmore and how he can't wait to be a part of the team. Fucking lunk-headed zilch.
That is the definition of lunkhead. His head is a lunk.
Wasn't the rest of his body normal?
Yeah. The rest of his body was all normal, but he had that giant fucking head.
Yeah,
and the bridge of his nose was fucked up.
Yeah, that disease we just talked about
Yeah.
last week on the show.
Oh, and then when they were
Giantism.
Hilariitis.
And then they were at the fair or carnival, and they went into the Hall of Mirrors. And one of the mirrors, you know how the mirrors make you look tall or short or something? So he went into one that squished everything, and he looked at his face and saw like what he would look like, kind of, if he didn't have that disease.
And that was a sad
And he's like,
moment for him, right?
he's looking in like, oh, look, this would have been me. And you could tell they like took some of the makeup off of him and shit. It just wasn't the mirror.
If I could just
Don't
pass
bullshit me.
If I could pass these mirrors around to everybody else on Earth,
Yeah.
they can hold them up when I walk by. Hey, can we see a picture of him, Daddy?
Where is he?
Can you
Where's
bring him a
stupid
picture of
Rocky
old
Dennis?
Rockster?
Put on his big fucking head.
Rocky!
It was so fucking great though watching it yesterday because I know we always goof on the map, but there's so many gem moments in there. His big stupid head.
I can't wait to see him. Oh, there.
Oh God, look at that.
Oof.
Eric Stoltz, wasn't that his first role? And you couldn't even see him.
Oh, that's Eric Stoltz?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I just realized that.
Eric.
What do you think it was, Robert Plant?
That's how Robert Plant looks now. Holy shit, you're right.
That's a good one, Jimmy.
Got a whole lot of love. Look at him.
Oh, what a dumb smile.
A dumb fucking smile on his face.
Big dimples.
He's got the Eye-Man in him a little bit, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was, I wish the picture of him with the Dodger hat was there. It is so tiny on his head.
I gotta see it.
Oh.
He's freckled, too, with red hair.
And he got a baseball, too. He caught a baseball at the game. Probably because the hitters were just aiming for that giant head. It was a good target for him.
They thought it was that giant thing in Milwaukee that pours a beer after one of the Brewers hits a home run. Or the apple that comes up at Shea Stadium because it's red and
It's
giant.
red and huge and ugly.
And an eyesore. His head was an eyesore.
Disgrace.
They had to build a barn around it because neighbors complained. Zoning ordinances.
Let's go to Scott in New York. Scott.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Anthony.
Hey.
How about the scene where he tries to get on the ride and the guy's like, I can't take responsibility. What happens to the retard?
Yeah, he goes.
He
I'll
said
take all
retard?
your. Yeah, he goes. I'll take all your tickets, but we can't take the retard. And then what's his name? I always forget his name. The guy with the deep voice. He was in Roadhouse.
Oh,
the mustache. Sam Elliott.
Elliott, sure.
Yeah, he's like, you take all the tickets. He's ready to kick some ass because he was a Turk, one of the biker gang, the Turk.
He was the lead
And they
Turk.
did nothing. They hung out, drank beer with a big-headed dolt.
Exactly.
And a fucking stuttering, fat member of the biker club.
Put the one with the tie,
Oh,
which really does make it look like a fucking balloon.
that's when he had to go to the graduation, and he was mad because he didn't want to go in jeans. So they told him to grab them another beer, and when he opened the fridge, a nice suit was in there.
In the fridge?
In the fridge.
Where his fetus should have been in a formaldehyde jar. Fucking asshole. How is he going to
Giant
graduate?
jar.
Have to build him a new hat out of gravel.
He went up there and won all kinds of awards. They go, well, you win the award for English. And then he's up there and he's ready to walk away, and they all applaud. And then he goes, well, you might as well stay here. And the winner for excellence in science, Rocky Dennis. For excellence in math, Rocky Dennis. And everyone's clapping, oh, Rocky.
But that inspirational 80s music playing in the background,
oh, yeah.
right?
Science.
Oh, yeah.
Because his head was an experiment between a fucking human and a giant boulder.
Look at that thing. Look at Laura Dern and then him.
Hey, separated at birth, Danny, Mark C. from Jersey. Compare Rocky's face with the current picture of Drew Barrymore.
Really?
It's very close.
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah,
looks like
separated
Rocky
at
Dennis.
birth.
I could see that.
Is that a true story?
Kind of think.
Mask?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Supposed to be.
Mhm.
And then he died at like 16.
Yep.
Went to bed.
Mhm.
And then Cher takes the phone call and goes, hello? And it's the school saying, Rocky isn't in. She goes, yes, he is. He would never miss a day. And then she goes, oh. And then hangs up and looks at the bedroom door and it's still closed. And she's like... And then she walks in and just starts to open up the shades. And she goes, well, how do you expect to get a scholarship if you're not going to get out of bed? And then she looks over and he isn't moving.
Oh, boy. What?
And then she touches him and goes, oh, you're cold. You don't have your blanket on. Touches his big head. It's like, no.
No.
Fucking God finally realized the severe error he made and took it back.
It's raining. Let me get you the tarp so you can put it over your head on a stick and go to school. He has to cover his head with the same thing they use the infield for at fucking Dodger Stadium.
You roll a tarp.
He has a grounds crew.
Fucking head.
Forrest Gump cuts his hair on the riding mower.
Anthony in San Francisco. Yes, Anthony.
Yeah, what about the part when they get him the suit for graduation because he's got nothing to wear? They killed two birds with one stone because they buried him in it 6 months later.
All right, Jesus. What the hell, Anthony?
Holy shit.
Now that's some thinking right there.
Oh, they buried him in a bass cello case. His legs and body were in the part where the neck goes, and his head filled up. It's like one of those. He looks like an upside down, stupid Mexican bass guitar. Oh, Rocky Den ass. What a douche. A giant head.
Oh, what a redheaded fool.
They dug down 10 feet and you could still see wisps of red hair on top of the grave.
Oh, I hate his
Look at
smile.
that long fucking chin.
Somebody made the Rocky Dennis me for the Wii.
For the Wii? Yeah, not very good.
Yeah, not that good.
Can't stretch it out better.
Yeah, you got to play around with it a little bit. Hey, we got one more clip from this atheist and woman arguing.
Horrid.
On public access TV.
The atheist wins. All he's going to say is Rocky Dennis.
Rocky
Argument
Dennis,
over.
no God. I do recommend you watching that movie for the laughs again. It is hysterical.
Stephen S. for Bayshore found the real Rocky Dennis picture.
Where?
Have you ever seen what he really looks
Is there
like?
a real one?
Wow.
Get the real Rocky Dennis.
Go to Wikipedia, my friend.
Wow.
Oh.
Look under Nagel.
And then you go image.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Image. Oh, there it is. Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, what did you do?
Oh, fuck.
God damn, Danny.
By the way, for the listeners, tomorrow, I apologize. We'll get back to Fish Talk and Barney Miller talk.
Oh, yeah. It's a must.
It's a must.
Why
with this
can't
show.
you grab both lines?
Yeah, it doesn't let you do it. It's,
Motherfucking cock.
Let's go to Wikipedia.
There it is. Oh. Wow.
That's the real Rocky Dennis?
He's actually better looking in fucking person.
He looks like there's
Wow, that's...
what were those things in Star Wars?
Oh, shit. The
Mon Calamari
Boba
or
Fett?
something. He looks like those big fucking eyed.
Wow. Those eyes are wide apart.
Wow, he certainly does have some wide apart eyeballs.
Giant glasses bridge he must need.
Wow, right?
That's what the bridge over River Kwai was. It was just the thing that held
His
his
glasses.
on his stupid nose. Fucking. Wow. What's it say about him?
That must have been hard. He must not have seen properly.
Of course not.
That perspective is like everything he looks at is a 3D movie.
Rob in New York. Rob.
Hey, guys, which one of you can recite that poem that Rocky had to read to the class? Something like, these things are good. There's sun shining on my face.
Things I like. What the fuck was it? Rain on my tongue.
Look.
Did he really say that?
Yeah.
Because the shower won't reach. Like, this fucking face blocks all the shower water, so you need clouds and nature to get rain into his tongue.
And then, and it was the sun shining on my face, and then the things that
Which
are a
happens
drag.
even when he's on the other side of the moon.
And that was a lame-ass poem.
When the sun's on his face, something is being eclipsed.
I have the full poem if you want it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, let's hear it, Danny.
These things are good. Ice cream and cake, a ride on a Harley, seeing monkeys on a tree, the rain on my tongue, and the sun shining on my face. These things are a drag.
Wait, let me guess. mirrors, social interactions with women, the sound of laughter.
See number 1 again.
Okay, what
Girls' tits I know I'll never touch.
What things are a drag? Proms, dates, happy occasions.
My chin on the ground.
Light bulbs at work.
Family photos.
Yeah, the click of a camera. Or the sound of a blind date's car peeling out.
Holy shit. Yeah. Cars in front of his house leaving in fast motion like the dates that came to the Munsters' house. Oh, shit.
Things that are a drag. Oh, what else is a drag, please?
Mom's womb.
Halloween masks that only come up to the top of my nose. Oh, boy.
Oh, forget it.
What are some of the things that are a drag?
Yeah, the drags.
The real things that were a drag is dust on my hair, holes in my shoes, no money in my pocket, and the sun shining on my face.
Why is that a drag?
I guess because he has so much face, it makes him really hot.
See, the first one was good because he likes the feeling of the sun shining on his face. But the
warmness.
last one was bad because he doesn't like the sun on his face
Yes.
because it's light and then people could see him and
that's
make
the
fun
beauty
of him.
of the poem.
Right. Oh, when he goes to get on the bus to go see his chick, and the guy getting off the bus at the same time gives him a great look. It's just like, oh my God, they're allowing creatures on this fucking bus.
The sun shines on his face. It probably tans in sections. Like the top is really good, and the chin area is fucking peeling and flecky. He has to get like sunblock 15 through 58. Apply them appropriately on the fucking paint roller.
Ope mentioned that there was a little bit of the I-Man going on in Rocky Dennis. Travis told me that if you Google image Rocky Dennis, it's a full page of just Rocky Dennis and then one Imus picture.
Oh, look, there's Imus. Nice. There you go.
Shit.
All right, here. Let's get this other clip out of the way.
The real Rocky Dennis was better looking, actually, than the movie was.
He looks.
He looks like he face planted off a motorcycle.
He looks like something that lands and puts an anal probe in you and leaves.
No kidding, man.
Wow, when he was a kid. Let me see the top picture when he was a kid.
There it is. Aw.
He was born with the rare.
It's a form
God,
of
he looks like Hedda Nussbaum.
He died in 78. He was 17.
Yeah.
Roy Dennis.
Here we go.
78? I thought it was like 80 or something.
That's when the real Rocky Dennis died, not the movie.
Yeah, 78 is close to 80.
I just take movies as fact.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right. Here's that lady arguing about religion, God, and stuff.
Okay, so all those chemicals just got together and randomly created life. So if we get a whole bunch of chemicals together,
No.
then it's going to create life again, which they've never done.
No, that's not what anybody's actually saying. If your objection is that life can't come from non-life, now you're talking about abiogenesis, which some people do and don't include in evolution. But it wasn't. We're not just talking about simple happen.
Who cares about this at this point? Mongo, go ahead. Listen to this.
If you visit Rocky's grave, does it look like a pitcher's mound by the headstone?
And he punches out nice.
It wasn't. We're not just talking about simple happenstance. The original creation, formation of life, may have been the rough.
One. That's great.
Mike, Pittsburgh, what's up?
I bet you his graduation cap had to be like a big shitty pizza box.
Pizza box with a tassel. I love that.
Jesus.
May have been the rough equivalent of happenstance, but that doesn't mean.
Justin, Ohio.
Another thing Rocky hates is a stretched out T-shirt neck.
You can just throw a bunch of chemicals together and get life.
Okay, well, so you don't see God in anything. You don't see God out in the world. Everything's designed for us. Like the banana's designed for us. It fits in the hand. It fits in your mouth.
It fits in your. Do you think
Not
that's
in
what?
mine, maybe in yours.
Do you think that was the intended purpose? Do you realize that the bananas that you eat, the bananas that you're looking at, are actually cultivated plants created by humans that don't exist in the wild? They can't reproduce on their own?
What?
Do you realize that? God didn't make the bananas you eat. We did.
Whatever. Oh, so you can make a
Whatever.
banana appear in your hand right this minute?
No.
See, you're just atheists because y'all want to sin all the time.
That's it. You got it.
Wow. Yeah, the guy made some good points.
Sure.
I don't know about the banana thing.
That's all right.
You missed the lines from our listeners, one of which is, does it look like a pitcher's mound at the headstone of Rocky Dennis's grave?
The graduation one is
yeah,
is
for his graduation cap, did they use a pizza box?
And Jim, I think the best one was also under things that are a drag, stretched out T-shirt necks.
Let's go to Bob in Alabama.
He walked over Anthony's best line, things that are a drag, my chin on the ground.
Yes. Implying he had a big chin.
All right, very nice. Let's get to the line of the day as the Rocky Dennis lines continue to come in.
To me, I was just giggling on the way in because he died 30 years ago. We just did a half hour making fun of Rocky Dennis.
Rocky
Because I
Dennis,
just saw the movie.
who died 30 years ago.
I think that's funny, though.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say hi to Mike in Chicago.
Hey guys, how's it going, man?
The Windy City checking
is
in.
your book photo just one page?
Yeah.
Oh
my God, Jason in Carolina. Jason.
Hey, man.
Hey.
I got something that Rocky hated.
Yeah.
He hated the helmet laws.
He had to hollow out a Volkswagen Beetle and put it on his head. Things that are a drag. Being an archery target.
He would have to put a kiddie pool on his head if he wanted to go for a bike ride.
A big-headed creep. His head is just
Stephen has
hours of joy.
For the real Rocky Dennis, things that are drag, binoculars.
Oh, that's a good one. Stephen S. from Bayshore. Not only was Rocky never able to visit Europe, but he couldn't get into New York City either. His head kept getting stuck in the Holland Tunnel.
They wouldn't even have binoculars for him. It'd be two telescopes with a 2x4 between them.
Here, use this.
Look between these
Dummy.
Let's go to Rich in Philly. Rich.
Hey, you guys.
Hey.
So Rocky went to the Dodger game with his grandfather, and he came back with the Dodger cap.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That size?
What?
I don't really get what you're...
Yeah, punch out.
really
Going in hard.
He came back to the game wearing Dodger Stadium on his head. He had Tommy Lasorda in his ear. And Davey Lopes.
Line of the day is sponsored by Carbonite.com.
Yes, it is.
Backs up your computer hard drive so you never have to worry about losing any of your files.
Isn't that good?
Check it out at Carbonite.com. Promo code XM.
Mm-hmm.
Here is a runner-up line of the D.
Do you know what a .223 caliber rifle is?
Yes. I own one.
Oh, it's a Ruger. I should have known. Probably for the same purposes. After he would release them into his basement and then his small Long Island yard and then shoot them in his cold jacuzzi. They would hop in the pool and freeze to death.
Nice. Ooh, you're almost blowing your nose, Jimmy.
Yeah, but
you're getting there.
Close.
I had to sleep sitting up again last night because it keeps getting. It's really good, but I'm not totally congested in the morning, so I think it's really shrinking. It's just taking a while.
Good. Here's another runner-up line of the day.
First thing she says is, "What's wrong with your face?"
Did she say it to him?
Yeah.
I think Mom would have warned her.
Yeah, right?
Look, he's a nice guy.
Yeah. You ever?
Just a
how much
problem.
to fuck a monster?
Yes.
Terrible. Monster.
Here is your line of the day.
One more runner-up. Okay. Thank you, E-Rock.
Big Kev, it seems, had leaned against the opening that the waterfall comes out of and completely blocked the waterfall.
It's the same reason he's blocked from going to Niagara, New York. They asked him never to return.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just said banned.
Yeah, well, we got the point across.
Yeah, no, but it just was worded poorly.
It did good. Line of the day.
Here comes line of the day. Line of the day.
It was a job, sir, Brina reportedly said during testimony.
That's it.
I didn't have pleasure doing this. I was paid to do it. He's such a liar.
They do have to report whenever they fire their gun. Know that.
There it is.
Oh, no, that's terrible.
Oh, no, that's terrible.
We should do Walking on Sunshine after the line of the day, I'm thinking.
Coin City itself.
Oh, my God. Part of the family. Consider yourself. What?
Coin City itself.
What?
I was just laughing at that. We got a command performance from Marissa last night singing Oliver, because she was in a play many years ago.
Why Coin City yourself?
I don't know.
Did she
it
say
was
it like
her.
that?
Yes, and it was her idea of an English accent. So she'd just go, "Coin City yourself," and we were fucking roaring,
Did she
laughing.
mean it to be funny?
No, she's like, that's an English accent. Like it is. Yeah, Coin City yourself.
Kind of is, though.
All I've been doing is singing
works,
that to
though.
myself.
No, consider yourself.
Yeah.
Consider yourself.
Coin City yourself.
Coin City yourself.
Oh, it's so funny. Danny writes little lists on his phone of things that she has said that are too goddamn funny.
Don't ruin it.
I know, but, well, not ruining
Saving
it.
for my own show.
Oh, I know. Okay, of course.
No, I'll give it to you guys.
Of
I'm not
course.
Like that.
No.
Yeah, let's do it on our show, and then we move it over to your show.
What's one that she said?
There was one that was really,
Give us one,
hysterically funny.
Let me get the list out.
He actually jots these things down. He makes.
I haven't in a while, but I still have.
So funny.
That's a good one.
He's got to scroll through.
Oh, okay. Here's one good one. Gerald Ford founded the Ford Motor Company in the 1960s. That's not a joke.
No.
That's what she thought.
Yeah.
See? I asked her one time if she knew where waves come from, and she told me that they were supernatural.
I'm totally serious.
Oh, and this is the one I think that you're talking about. Some people have blue eyes and some people have brown eyes because of generics.
Generics.
What's her name? Marissa Voss?
Oh, and Murphy's Law is that thing for sex offenders.
Coin City yourself.
Coin.
I love it. Right.
All right, when do we go home?
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's.
Goodbye.
Adieu. Adios.
It's
Auf
been-
Wiedersehen.
It's been real, it's been nice, but it hasn't been real nice.
How could it be real and nice? Not real. How do we give the word? The word is given.
You have past emotion, remember?
Oh, right. The point.
I'm too tired of motion today.
I have to give the point.
I only got a few hours sleep last night.
Okay, I'll give the point.
I got sore thumbs from video games.
So Anthony, you point.
And dry eyes.
Let me give the point. I'll give a special point.
Really?
Here's the point.
There is a new element of vulgarity.
Opie and Anthony
It's outrageous.
Fuck you. Moral hammer.
Fuck you! Damages our children.
Go fuck yourself.
And diminishes their future.
Evil.
This is a tragedy for the society.